But yeah, okay. Now you can actually see the game start up. Yeah, indeed. Have a good laugh. So options, bare bones. I put the volume down low. It might still be a bit too loud. Let me know, folks, know how the game audio is now compared to my voice. Hey, Steve, Hot Prowl, Larry. Yes, Larry indeed. And music sound, voice only. No, let's do voice and subtitles. That's nicer for both myself and the audience. Dialogue auto advance on. I might want to turn that off. I don't know how quick the audio advances in this game. I love it. Sexy subscribe. Yes. There's a tutorial here. Let's not go there. It is a silly place. Like, I'm not gonna need a tutorial to play this game. And yes, this is indeed, I'm now playing in a 16:9 resolution, and I'm also streaming it resolution at least. Yeah. Credit. Let's have a quick look at the credit. You can tell it's an LO game because it just has a killer soundtrack. Cultro, that's the asshole who fucked up this game and the Kickstarter campaign and just made so no one was really into it anymore. Produced by Josh Mandel. Oh, Josh Mandel also worked on this. I forgot about that. Yeah, both Josh Mandel and Aloe too. Aloe was the original creator of the Leisure Suit Larry series, and then Josh Mandel worked with Aloe a lot in the later years of the era, and they also made some other games together. So yeah, they were kind of the dream team for this game. That just also screwed up a lot, but and also the art isn't really what I would like it to be and such. But yeah, let's go into the game and see if it's actually worth playing. The Peaceful Autistic, you're asking if Aloe is still working on the series right now. Yeah, no. He hasn't since this game came out. This was 2013. And he hasn't worked on it since. He's retired. I think he's pretty much done with it. Magna Cum Laude, yeah, that was made pretty much when the IP was in the hands of a company with which Aloe had nothing to do with him. They didn't have to ask him for permission. It just happened without his involvement at all. The game is a bit louder than voice. Let me... No? Okay, let me know if this is... Let me know if this is better. The problem is if I switch out of the window, the game window, to go to OBS to check how high it's getting on the sound bar, the volume mixer, then the music stops because I'm going out of the game window. I can still lower it a bit on the OBS end if it's still too loud for you folks, but it seems okay on my... So yeah, if all is well, if we're ready to go, then let's go, baby! Leisure Suit Larry Reloaded. Let's hope this isn't total shite. Didn't do anything. Okay, well, let me just lower it by... Okay, I lowered it by 5 decibels on the volume mixer. That might be too quiet now. Let me hear if... Let me know if it's good now. It might be too low a little bit, but let's see. Anyway, let's go into it. Sturgeon General's Warning. Leisure Suit Larry Reloaded contains some elements of plot which may not be considered appropriate for some children. Yeah, the Leisure Suit Larry games generally aren't appropriate for children, so... I have bat wings. Okay. No idea what that might be referring aside from Batman. This came out in 2013 or thereabouts, I think. I forget if... I think the Kickstarter happened in 2012 and the game came out in 2013, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Some children, yeah. Hi, Moral Recordings. And does gamer like this game? Some new puzzles in there. Well, that's good to hear that there's some new content compared to the original Leisure Suit Larry game, because I've already streamed that multiple times in the past. So let's see how this one goes. Jay was here. Can't treat that. Everest. Axis. Can't treat this. And then, of course, picture of a beautiful woman. Or at least a naked woman. Mostly naked. And a box of cigs. Box of cigarettes. Dick Rolling Balls, Penco. Dick Rolling Balls. uh, and as in the original Leash Suit Larry games, there's copy protection, or at least fake copy protection. The thing was also always like the original games had first question like, or at least 1 and 2, not 3 also did. I think 1, 2, 3 had copy protection. 3, 5, 6, 7 kind of did a different thing. But originally the series was like, it starts with question how old are you? They don't believe you if you say you're an adult because why would they believe you? And then you get a bunch of difficult questions that were like, it was created in the 80s, but they were asking things that back then only adults would know. So like things about 70s pop culture and politics and whatever. So I'm expecting some silly questions here. And let's be truthful, I am 32, turning 33 in a few months. So let's say, yeah, sure you are. Of course, they don't believe me. You hope the questions are still about the Nixon administration. Yeah, exactly. They were those kinds of questions back then. So let's see. To actually verify your age, please answer these 5 simple questions. What was going on to cause the world's computers to malfunction? Y2K? The season premiere of Game of Thrones? Flesh-eating bacteria? Or Windows 8 under normal operation? This one is super tempting. But I think it's probably referring to Y2K. Although Y2K, they foresaw the problem in time and actually were able to pretty much fix it in most instances before it actually became a problem. So it's either D or A. I think they want you to choose A, but D is so tempting. It could also just be the humorous answer. So I'm just gonna see what happens if I pick D. Nope. Oops, you blew that one. If you miss another, you can't possibly be old enough to play this game. So yeah. No, they really mean like stuff that in 2013, if you were a kid playing this, you wouldn't know it. If you had to be an adult to know it. So yeah, it was referring to Y2K. What is the sound of one hand clapping? Kind of a soft clop clop sound. What kind of a weak fap fap sound? Kind of a soundless sound. There is no right answer. Those tricky Zen masters. Let's try clapping with one head. I don't know if you folks can hear this. It sounds like a fap fap to me. Although you can of course interpret that in another way, and that's kind of the joke here. Oh, so yeah, let's have some more Kriek beer, sour cherry beer. Peaceful Autistic thinks it's D or C. Fap fap, yeah, that's a joke. But to me, I would describe it more as a fap fap sound than a clop clop sound, personally. It's definitely not soundless. I would think A or B, but let's say D, just because if you do the clap motion, makes no sound. Well, this is kind of clapping with one hand, right? It's just clapping the hand itself, but yeah, if you're doing this, it doesn't make a sound yet. But I think it's meant to be a trick question. So yes, baby. Roberta Williams designed what? Computer games, golf courses. The joke is that so Roberta Williams and Ken Williams were the founders of Sierra Online, the gaming company, software gaming company, which Leash Suit Larry came from. And so Ken Williams is an avid golfer, so that's what they're referring to here. The Sydney Opera House, definitely not, and the Nike logo. No, she designed computer games. She was a designer of the King's Quest games. You got it. Yeah, King's Quest, like one of the most famous game series, classic game series of the 80s and 90s. So yeah. Is this testing some sort of boomer meme? It definitely is a boomer meme. Steve Fawcett was the first person to. Who the hell is Steve Fawcett? I've never heard of anyone called Steve Fawcett. Travel around the entire world in a balloon. Somehow adapt that one. Name more than one of his children, dude. Now that would be funny. Call 911 about a mistake in a fast food order. Seems unlikely. Teach a sea monkey to program games. Now that would be good. That would be good. Sea monkeys were like the hype in the 80s where you would put some stuff in water and then it would just be kind of. I don't know what it actually was, some kind of krill or something, but it was called sea monkeys and was something that lived in water. So some kind of very small organisms. Sharp thinks it might be A. He was the first person to fly solo non-stop around the world in a balloon and in a fixed-wing aircraft. Oh, okay, so apparently he was the first person to travel around the entire world in a balloon. I had no idea. Yeah. Is this real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. So yeah, that's obviously B. Yeah, that's of course a Queen reference, Bohemian Rhapsody. Now, oh, we got through it. I only failed once, so now slip into your leisure suit and prepare to enter Leisure Suit Larry Reloaded. Open your eyes, da, 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 and see. I'm just a poor boy, no need for sympathy, and so forth. Look up to, oh, yeah, right, it's look up to the sky and see. That is one of the lines that I tend to forget.
Your name is Larry.
Oh, lefties. If I don't click, he's just gonna stick. Because I disabled auto advance, I guess I have to click for him to actually get out of the text.
Larry Laffer. You've arrived in beautiful Lost Wages without luggage. The airline lost it. Without a hotel reservation, you forgot to get one. And without a clue.
Yeah, baby.
You've never had one.
Thanks for the follow. Hot prowl, yeah. Yeah.
You exit the cab. The hot, dry air of Lost Wages hits you in the face
0
like
out
a
of
hard
50,000.
slap. A feeling not wholly unfamiliar to you. After your cab ride, you may be low on funds.
I'm gonna
but
enable
you've got the
auto
looks,
advance.
the lines, and the leisure suit. You're in town to find true love. And if you happen to get lucky along the way, that's okay. After all, you're nearly 40.
And still,
Yeah, I know that's what you mean, but
still untouched by human hands.
well, this will be like we'll be trying to lick the moose. I don't know if you can.
Look
This
out,
one.
ladies! I'm finding love tonight.
This is my issue. Like he's supposed to be excited, but he looks so bored and constipated. Like this isn't the facial expression you would think Larry should have. It's always looked wrong to me. Yeah, I want to enable dialogue auto advance, and oh, we have these icons. So walk, look, touch, or grab, or whatever, or use. Talk, lick. I don't think that's a sleazy look. I don't know, and to me that's not a sleazy look. The zipper, and then this one, I don't know what this is. One. Oh, this is the inventory. Lip Listerine. It's kind of Listerine, industrial strength breath spray. I guess this isn't voiced, that line. And his wallet? Your wallet contains some wrinkled business cards, lots of notes, some credit cards, which won't work in this game, and $94 in cash. So we've got some money to start with. Does the zipper actually show something? Well, we can try. Talk and lick separate actions. This is serious. Yeah, it is. So let's use the breath spray. You shake the can. It feels like it has about 10 sprays left in it. Oh, it actually I don't recall it having a limited number of sprays in the original. I don't think it did. Okay, we'll have to be sparing with the breath spray.
This sign identifies the bar as Lefties, where people drink liberally. Lefty's Hotel charges by the hour, but the average stay is under 10 minutes.
Now, what would be happening in that hotel, I wonder?
You're alone down here, while somebody up there is probably having fun.
We don't want you to get banned.
Love is undoubtedly just around the corner. Or so you've been telling yourself every 5 minutes for the last 30 years.
Yeah, this entire game is sex jokes.
Lefty's door is stout and thick, just like you. You peer inside the storm drain. There's nothing inside it worth fishing out. Lost Wages has been painting their garbage cans green to make them look like bushes. Nobody has dropped any change on the sidewalk. If you want money, you'll either have to sell yourself for sex or gamble.
So, let's get gambling.
Yeah, gambling is what we'll be doing.
Nobody has dropped.
Doesn't say anything about the beer bottles.
There's a fence running along the back of Lefty's. In fact, there are fences running in and out of Lefty's all the time. It's a taxi call box.
So this is how we call the taxi in this one. Because if it's just like the original, if you just try stepping out onto the streets... Well! Achievement unlocked! Road rash. Somebody get the scraper, awarded for getting run down by speeding people. Yeah, if you just run onto the road like that, you you get run over. Show this question every time. That animation. Oh, 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 oh! This is cool. So in the original, Larry was kind of a robot or android that if you got a death, then you saw like an underground facility where they put another Larry up to to replace the dead one. But here he just gets revived by Dr. Frankenstein, I guess. Resurrection. It's the first time playing this. I don't know how to get 100% in it, so I don't immediately intend to get 100%. We'll see how things turn out. But yeah, let's have a look. Oh, there's a dog here? What was that?
A sense of foreboding washes over your heart when your eyes slowly examine this dark alley that seems to be just outside every public area in Lost Wages.
Yeah, that's what you if you go here. That's also what happens in the original. Castrate what you. So yeah, that's another death. Oh, that's wrong. Well, we might get that. You always did consider yourself a lover and not a fighter. Or before getting beaten up by the monk.
Larry, didn't your mother ever warn you about going into dark alleys?
So yeah, you don't want to come into the screen. And you don't have to.
He's alive! Alive!
I wonder if they have more animations for this. I'm guessing not. Might get a bit boring if we always see the same one. But yeah, so that's what happens if you walk over there. What if you walk this way? Oh, along this way.
Nobody has dropped
this
any
way. So that's always what it says if you just look at the ground. Trying to look at specific items on the ground, but oh, came on the screen, I guess. Those screens. Have that happen.
Larry, didn't your...
Oh, you can click through it. Okay, that's okay. So yeah, let's go into Lefties and see what's up. This is obviously Ken Williams. Like, this is just how Ken Williams looks. So yeah, that character is based on him, I think. Some of these characters were based on Kickstarter backers. Their portraits, I think some used. The moose head. Let's try and lick the moose head.
It smells like a moose in heat. Not that I know what that smells like, of course. Seriously, I mean, how could I? It smells like a moose. Not that I know what that smells like, of course.
It smells like a moose in heat. At least no need to revert to a save. At least not at the start of the game, but we might want to start saving. Lefties. Lefty one. Let's have a bit of a look around.
This sleazy bar gives you the creeps. Fortunately, the creeps are all ignoring you.
Oh, this is a ooh.
This is the famous portrait, Mona Little Louder.
Oh god, moan a little louder.
These video slot machines make it all too easy. At least when you had to pull a big handle, you got to work for your losses. Gee, Dad, it's a Wurlitzer.
I have no idea what that's referring to.
Whoever decided that darts is the perfect game for drunks deserves a medal. Remember that time you were playing darts with your friend Stephen Broider? You were taking turns and you were pulling your darts out of the dartboard while Stephen got ready. Suddenly, everything went black, and when you woke up, your head was bandaged. You didn't recognize anyone and you were speaking in Urdu.
Well, that sounds like quite a thing to happen.
This sleazy bard, fortunately,
So Mike says only 3 of them are holding their drinks with the left hands. How disappointing. Yeah, lefties. It should all be lefty people drinking here, of course. Save after every win in gambling. Yeah, that's what we always do in this game. Like, otherwise it's such a pain. I think I could play darts, but
simulation plugin
nope.
was out of our price range.
Well, I thought I remembered seeing something about being able to play the darts, but no.
You wonder how many Nagas had to give their all just to decorate this sleaze hole.
Nagas?
One of Lefty's conquests? This sleazy, fortunately,
So this is Lefty himself?
he appears to be perverted, twisted, and sick. You instantly take a liking to him. He appears you instantly.
Okay, it has one look.
These bottles are for display purposes only. All of Lefty's booze is actually distilled from local industrial runoff.
Well, that's good to know.
This sleaze, fortunately, it's Lefty's #1 fan.
Ba-dum-ting! He's cleaning a glass.
This international bon vivant, Francois de Quitte, is one of Lefty's big investors. And
Yeah,
being
so
from
that's one
Europe,
of
he's
the-
extremely cool.
The people who
Wow,
paid a
you're
lot,
Cool.
I know, right?
backed a lot on the
It's
Kickstarter
almost
backer.
too cool how
to
cool
get
I
into the
am,
game.
n'est-ce pas?
Ooh, and you speak Klingon too.
No, I don't
Fran-
think so.
Francois de Key.
I resent your chiseled features, your height, and your easygoing, laid-back demeanor. Can I have your life?
Try licking the
No, I
people.
have too much cool to fit into that
Let's
little
look at them
body.
first and then maybe try licking them.
The gentleman filling his face is Tom King.
Tom King
regular
is
at
actually one of
Lefty's
the
and kind
organizers of
guy
Adventure
you
X.
love to
He's a
have
really
with you
cool
at
guy.
the movies, so you don't have to talk to him for 2 hours.
Looking at me? Can't blame you, actually. I got that handsome, roguish look. It's a curse. But hey, you know what I mean, right?
Of course I do.
Yeah, I'm sure you know lots of handsome guys in my situation.
That's Jordan Lee. He's here frequently, and they say he shot a man in Reno just to watch him
Oh,
die.
God.
Curiously, in Florida, Arizona, and
That's,
Montana, just to
a
watch him die
reference.
is a valid legal defense against homicide.
Hey, loser! Want to go get into some serious fucking trouble?
Hey! No.
That's a shame. I know some major going down tonight. It's gonna be awesome.
That sounds boss.
No, it doesn't. He looks like someone from your distant past, but you just can't put your finger on him.
Good thing, too.
That kind of been Ken Williams voicing himself. No, I don't think so. That doesn't sound like Ken Williams. He loves sex but not swearing. That's a good point. This censoring is weird.
What's a hot babe like that doing in a miserable, smelly, broken-down joint like this?
Oh no, I'm out of beer.
Bob,
Well, I have
just
2
keep
more
that kind of
bottles if I really
narration
want
to
one.
yourself.
Ugh.
The one with the bottomless gut is Michael Hirschman. He's been coming to lefties for years, bending the elbow and running up a classically huge bar tab. He just paid it back, which is partly the reason Lefties is open tonight.
Yeah? What's up?
I was just looking for women.
Well, you're looking in the wrong place. It's pretty much a sausage fest here. I mean, I'm pretty, but not that pretty.
Well, there is
you know
one
what I mean?
woman here.
I sure do.
You might want to
No,
try talking
you
with
don't.
her. But first, let's try licking people.
The
Lefty?
instant you lean in close enough to smell him, you regret
Oh.
it. He smells of rancid cork.
Rancid cork. Well, there's one taco. Wow.
You take a deep whiff.
What is that aroma you're wearing? It's so familiar.
It's my new body spray, Axe Hole.
Tom smells like cologne. Way, way too much cologne. Jordan smells like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
It's supposed to be licked, but I guess we're smelling.
He smells
I
like
guess it's
loneliness.
it's context
Maybe
dependent.
that's why
Probably
he
sometimes
seems
smells,
so
sometimes.
familiar. You inhale her scent.
I'm sorry to just blurt this out, but you smell absolutely incredible. It's as if your inner light is so serene and pure that your aura has its own sweet and almost hypnotic aroma.
Oh god.
I had tapioca for lunch.
Well, Larry's trying to bullshit, and she's on an even lower level. Yeah, seems like that.
Michael smells like Grecian formula. He probably doesn't want everyone to know that, though.
Grecian formula. Can we have a conversation with her beyond what we just saw, heard? Well, beyond what we just had interaction-wise when just looking.
You must be tired. You've been running through my mind all day.
I know, but you keep following me anyway.
Sorry if this sounds a little squirrely, baby.
Oh
but
god,
I
it's
like to
just
store you in my cheek
just
pouches for a snowy day.
the
Really?
lines.
I'd like to crack your skull like a nut and bury your brains in the park.
Alrighty then. We're really starting to make a connection, eh?
Ah, I wish it was long distance.
You must be tired. You've been running.
I know.
Okay, is it
Sorry if this sounds a little.
Yeah,
Alrighty
it's just repeating the same ones.
So, Michael, you know any good pickup lines?
I don't need lines. I speak from the heart and my mouth.
You are a Renaissance man. So, Michael,
I don't need.
you, how's it hanging?
By the angle of the dangle and the heat of the meat. Ha ha ha.
Classy.
I definitely don't think that's Ken Williams voicing himself.
Any advice for a visitor to the area?
Sure, pal. Always be GGG.
GGG?
Gambling, groping, and goosing. Ha ha ha.
You're a charmer. Know any good jokes?
Ain't you been listening?
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Ba-dum-tsing. In the VGA remastered, narrator said she was out of your league. Yeah, indeed.
I guess people don't mess around with you.
They misjudge me. For instance, just because I know 1001 ways to inflict pain on the human body doesn't mean I like to hurt people.
I suddenly have to
Sure.
go.
I get that a lot.
You've really got the boyish devil-may-care thing down, Tom. I'm jealous.
Well, it can't be learned.
Not a lot of ladies around here.
I know where we can
That's
find
okay,
some
have a good one.
sheep.
I'm not there yet.
Have a
Let's
seat
see.
at the bar first. What do you think this is? Some dive even cruddier than this?
Okay, so I guess let's have a look at our seat
These
before we sit
stools are
down.
made out of tin foil and cardboard, so they're cheap to replace after the bar fights.
Classy.
You take a seat on an available bar stool.
Oh, thanks for the follow. Can't read your whole name.
Blah, blah, blah,
Hamsterberry
blah,
64
blah.
something like
Everybody's
that.
going to Dallas.
So, what was the setup to that punchline?
Okay, let's have a talk with Lefty in order.
Hello?
What'll it be?
Oh. Champagne and whiskey. Mike was here again. 1931 Lefty's Tavern. I guess it implies the menu hasn't changed since 1931. Monsterberry 64. Oh hey. I said Hamsterberry. I could see Msterberry 64, but I couldn't see the first two words letters. And hey, Permo. I'm pretty sure the stream title and the game category don't say if you got a notification saying that I was playing Love for Sale, it's because the email notifications aren't always up to date. Changed it just before the stream went live, but yeah, I finished Love for Sale on Nokia phones a month ago, and now we're in Lish Larry Reloaded, which I had great apprehension about playing, but so far it's not too bad, so we'll see how it turns out. So round, champagne, wine, light beer, vodka beer, whiskey, or nothing. What if it just say nothing?
Hello?
It just goes out, it doesn't
Will it
comment
be?
on it.
I'll have a glass of your fine well whiskey.
Yeah, baby. Got a whiskey.
That'll be $5, please.
You flip $5 onto the counter. You don't drink the whiskey, but instead decide to carry it with you wherever you go, precariously balanced in an open shot glass.
Yep, that was the Twitter message indeed, so it's not
Blah,
love for
blah,
sale.
blah, blah, blah. And there stood the pig and the cow.
So, what was the setup to that punchline?
Yeah, so Ken Williams, the character here, just keeps saying punchlines to jokes, so that's saying the whole. Yeah. So there's a. Oh, I can also switch with the right key like that. Okay. So
You wonder how many Noggers
There's a
had to
door
give
here.
their all
Let's,
just to decorate this sleaze hole.
let's
You
try going
rap
through
loudly on the Naugahyde door.
it. Naugahyde.
Yeah? What's the password?
Oh no, there's a password.
Swordfish?
Damn fool, have some originality.
Swordfish?
Damn.
No, we don't. We don't have the password.
It tastes like somebody's been trying to wedge a moose through this thing.
Oh, that one's good. Oh, what if we use a zipper with it? Yeah, I need to try using the zipper.
You rap loudly on the Naugahyde door.
Yeah? What's the password?
You clamber up the door, stand on the knob, and insert yourself through the peephole.
No thanks, buddy. I don't like garlic.
Well, I didn't think that would turn out like that.
You drop trow and display yourself to poor Francois.
Whoa, please.
What a time to
cover
get
up.
back.
Are you blown away by my massive manhood?
Not at all. The glare is hurting my eyes.
You stop before committing yourself to the act, as you have a feeling you'd end up on the losing end of the comparison. Given this guy's obvious taste for drama, why are you tempting fate? You don't have anything on tap that Lefty would want to serve.
Oh, I didn't mean to click on the bar, I meant to click on Ken Williams.
Larry, have some decorum. You're in the presence of a master storyteller here. The whip it out suddenly approach has never worked for you, Larry. Not in any of the 40 or 50 times you tried it.
But he did just whip it out to put it through the hole here.
You briefly, and for no apparent reason, flash Michael. He looks down at your setup.
Well, that's half your problem right there.
Okay, so liquor in the front, poker in the rear. Oh god. We've got a whiskey drink in our inventory. Let's have a look. See. There's a strong odor of petroleum byproducts coming from this glass, so it's a whiskey. But yeah, so we can't go through this door yet. What's this way then?
I bet that horseshoe's up there for luck.
Yeah, but it ain't working. You're here.
Something must be behind that door.
Nothing escapes your keen powers of deduction.
Something must...
Nothing. It appears to be advertising something. This is a commemorative plaque. It's inscribed, "For the 69ers, the coolest and silliest kickbackers ever."
69ers? Kickbackers? Must be some sort of football reference.
So this is a long list of Kickstarter backers. I wonder if my name or nickname is in here. I don't remember. I don't remember if there was a specific tier to get in here, or if they just put the names or nicknames of all the backers in here. You're in there. I don't think you're in there, bro. You didn't kickstart this game. Yeah, baby! Hey Dan, you're the reason I'm playing this game today. So far I'm not completely regretting it, so let's see how it goes. I'm just waiting to see if my name or nickname shows up here, because I don't remember if I ever gave permission for that, or if there was a specific Kickstarter tier for it, or... Ooh. Oh, let's get Funky Pixie. Oh, it was a gift support from Dan.
You know what I like.
You know what I like. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for giving gift stuff to Pixie. Ooh. Spicy. Can we fast forward through this more? Dan Schneider. How are these ordered? It's killing me. I know, right? The ordering is quite off. I'm wondering if they went by... I'm wondering if they went by alphabetical name, first name, then surname of the backers, but they put in the nicknames that people gave at the spots where their full name, real name would normally be, so that's why it kind of looks... It's kind of got some random names in between the more actually correctly ordered names. That's my working theory right now. You're guessing by chaos! Pure chaos! I'm starting to think my name or nickname won't be in here. Unless Jan Schneider. I recognize that name. Darren. I might have missed my name or nickname, but I love the chaos sorting algorithm. I think we're definitely nearing the end. We're in the Zs. Yeah, I didn't see it in there. Well, I'm gonna assume it's not in here, so I might have to check again sometime. Let's go through this door. And
you're in a dimly lit hallway. The peeling wallpaper gives the roaches something to watch. Clutter fills the room, and a filthy drunk wearing filthy clothes sits on the filthy floor, leaning his filthy back against the filthy wall.
Your breath is repugnant. Your breath is bad.
Yeah, we've missed at least 10 minutes shifting from mobile to PC. Oh, that's unfortunate. We haven't done all too much yet. We were just in Lefty's bar, the front section. Oh, thanks for the follow, Annie back. Ooh, hey Annie back. Thanks for the follow. Yeah. You're just looking around and sniffing and showing ourselves to people in Lefty's bar. John Belushi looks different than this one. You're starting to Glary is the only game I like. No, it's just the game I tend to stream the most, just because, I don't know, it's just a niche I've kind of landed myself in, I guess. Sophie tried to talk to him now.
Wanting to be humane to the drunk, you clap him firmly on the shoulder, stroke his head, pat his hand, and get up close to him.
So tell me, how are you doing?
Ah, thanks for asking, buddy. I'd be just great if only my impetigo would clear up.
Impetigo.
Once more, you get close, but not too close to the drunk.
Have you thought about going to a doctor?
Nah, you go to a doctor and they just want to make you better. Then you get sick again, and you start this cycle of destruction. No, thank you.
Well, that's quite some logic there. Playing in the snow today and now playing with Duplos. Kids.
Can I do anything for you?
A little drink would be nice. To break up the monotony of my constant imbibing. Sometimes my old ex-captain, Roddy Kentucky, drops by and shares a fine
Roddy
beverage.
Kentucky.
A fine beverage. A little drinky drink with me.
So yeah, he wants a drink.
Can I do anything for you?
A little... Sometimes...
So
A little...
it's the same thing. So yeah, we're not really gonna get anything more out of him until we give him the whiskey. Heine beer. Where does it say? Oh, Heine beer. Yeah, that's of course a parody of Heineken. And Bud is Bud. Dong of beer. Bush, that's also a beer brand, but here it's a different kind of Bush. Unload here. This is Bud beer. Bush beer gives you great head. Yeah, that's some good head right there. Private keep out, a gun. Fish. So yeah, let's see what happens if we try to lick.
You reel back at the putrid stench of the offensive
smell
bum
him?
who can probably hear every word we're saying about him.
What if we try to show
You
ourselves?
proudly display your member to the drunk.
Is that your wiener?
Yep.
Wow. I've never seen an innie before.
So yeah, that's a joke at his penis size, of course. Let's try giving him the whiskey. That was a weird facial expression as well.
That hit the spot. You know, you must be my only friend in the whole world. So, I'm gonna give you my only all I got in the world. Besides, what's a guy like me need with a coaster? I mean, what am I, high society?
Yeah, baby, we got some more points. And we got a coaster of lefties. It's a coaster from lefties. He must have spent over a penny a piece on this. The John.
It's a puzzle. See if you can decode it yourself.
So yeah, what would the John be, I wonder?
It's a rat with antlers. Lefty caught it up in the rafters. The area is littered with empty beer kegs. There is a tiny label on each keg that says, Grade B, notice, contains brewery sweepings.
That's the best part.
The brewery sweepings are the best part.
It's a grouper. Its turn-ons include swimming at the beach, quiet times, and not being mounted on a plaque. It's a poster of supermodel B. Wankmeister. For her work entertaining the troops, she earned the slogan, the face that erected 1,000,000 pup tents.
Oh god. B. Wankmeister, of course, being a reference to Roger Wilco's love interest in the Space Quest series.
This is one of those gag rifle displays. When you clap or press the button, the gun starts wiggling like a fish and then shoots you in the chest.
That's a good joke.
It's a poster of supermodel Sweet Cheeks Marie Bonds, a model with a thing for men in uniform.
And that's a reference to the love interest of Sonny Bonds in Police Quest. Yeah.
There is a single lovely, long-stemmed red rose in a delicate bud vase standing incongruously on a keg.
I think we might want to swipe that.
You deftly pluck the rose from the vase and carry it with you.
Yeah, baby.
It's a girly lamp like you'd find in any swingin' bachelor's rumpus room.
Sweet Cheeks, yeah. Marie Sweet Cheeks, that's the name of... She's a hooker in the original game, and then she becomes, I guess, Sonny Bonds. Do they marry? I don't know enough about Police Quest to know. I know they hook up. I know they have some sort of relationship, but I don't know. I don't know if they ever marry or anything like that. And the stream is curing your Sierra ignorance. Yeah, you'll learn a bit.
It's a beer sign, playing off the Bush Beer slogan, Bush Beer gives you great head, swallow after swallow.
Sounds about
It's
right.
an old sign from a loading zone. You didn't know Lefty was into boxing. You didn't know It goes around in circles, just like your life. You know many of this beer's slogans. The king of beers with the crimson crown. You know many of this beer's slogans. This pud's for anyone who'll take it. You know many of this beer's slogans. Where there's desperation, there's pud.
So they're making jokes about butt beer?
You didn't know Lefty was into boxing. You didn't.
Okay, so we'll see that's for all those boxes.
This filthy window must look out over something, but it's anyone's guess what. Some say Lefty used to have a floating poker game in this back room.
What if we try to go in there?
This door is permanently nailed shut.
Well,
you'll just have to wait for a sequel to find out what's behind it.
Sonny Bonds married his hooker, I'm pretty sure. It's the Police Quest 3 plot. Well, I haven't never played a Police Quest myself, any of the games, but I've watched a fair bit of the first one, which is okay. And then the second one I've seen a little bit of, but I know it's not quite as good, a bit controversial. And then from 3 onwards the series became quite controversial. And with each installment less good, so Sonny doesn't marry her. Okay. So yeah, let's go into the job. Hey, the Wolves! You get to see this game. Whatever this is.
Piles of magazines sit on the floor.
Biggins. Beaver huts. I can't. I think it's snail?
Piles of... These cartons of asbestos ceiling tiles were in a flood, so they're moldy and caked with dried sewage. You can't
very
get
healthy.
closer to death in a box. These
Lovely.
Cartons of asbestos... You can't get...
What is this?
These cartons of asbestos...
It says it is a carton of asbestos, but it's not. I don't know what this is.
The bathroom is well stocked with growling lumberjack brand number 60 coarse grit toilet paper.
She wasn't his hooker, but a high school friend who became a sex worker. Yeah. So, yeah, they were in high school together and kind of close then, and then I guess they grew apart after high school. Sonny became a cop, and she became a sex worker for some reason. Well, for some reason, either she couldn't get another job, or that's what she wanted to do. But it's pretty much inclined that she doesn't want to do it. I think in the first one, I think that is implied. But yeah, I'm not a expert on Police Quest whatsoever, and it's also not a game I really care about all that much. I think the first one is interesting, but beyond that, So, yeah.
The porcelain has that glazed look. Hey, just like you. And everything you eat for breakfast. Someone has also left a piece of jewelry here.
Ooh.
Why, look, some woman removed her diamond ring to wash her hands and forgot to
Oh
take it with
no,
her.
how terrible. We better get it to her.
Score.
Yeah, we got a diamond ring. When you gaze deep into the diamond, you seem to hear the sound of wedding bells and maybe diesel trucks. I don't know what the diesel trucks things is referring to here. This rose is this rose is this rose. Oh god. So yeah. Now,
You grab an ancient copy of Flutter, the magazine of nude skydiving, and settle in to sit and think. You feel a great relief. What's that aroma?
what if we
You
do
lick
this?
yourself.
Oh my god! I taste good! Speaking objectively, of course.
You quickly check your fly by zipping it up and down a few times.
Zips up, zips down in an instant for easy access.
I think those are just generic if
Yeah,
you use them
baby.
anytime on Larry. It's not specific to this scene.
You give yourself a quick pat down.
Got my wallet, got my breath spray, and I'm filled with Vitamin Larry. Come and get me, ladies!
Vitamin Larry, okay.
Carefully finishing your duties, you wipe and toss the newspaper behind the toilet for the next user. Don't do it, Larry. Too late. The toilet
Well?
begins to fill. Realizing your mistake, you quickly jiggle the handle, attempting to stem the onrushing tide of water.
I
As the
might have
water
game
reaches
over
your
here
head,
and not
your
saved.
life flushes before your eyes. You doze briefly. Turns out, a flush beats everything. Sometimes good manners are a bad idea, eh, Larry?
We just restart here. I got an achievement. Swirly Swan Song. What did the last guy eat? Rubber cement? Awarded for flushing the toilet in Lefty's bathroom. So yeah, let's save. Lefty 2. Lefty bathroom.
Buried under the usual skin mags are some real collector's items. One of them is juicy Japanese and Jewish.
I was just wondering if you would be able to. In the original, you can masturbate on toilets. I'm not sure if you can here.
You've got two choices, hot water or cold water.
I thought maybe with the zipper,
I
but
hate making decisions.
apparently not.
You turn on the hot tap. Immediately, steam starts to chug from the spigot. Technically, steam is invisible. This is water vapor, but nobody likes a narrating smartass. You notice some writing in the mirror.
Ken sent me.
Ooh.
That could be important. I'll have to remember it.
You grab a scrap of toilet paper and, cleverly chewing one of your fingernails to the quick, you scroll the words "Ken sent me" in blood on the paper. You turn off the hot tap and the mist
Well.
slowly clears.
We did learn the password. Can
You look closely in the mirror.
In this light, I can really see the blackheads. All right.
Right, so that is what the zipper does. Yeah, I think this is all we can do here.
Your breath is repugnant.
Yeah, we know.
Your breath is bad.
But it doesn't matter for you, it seems. I think we've done everything here in the back that we need
Hey,
to.
dork, you got toilet paper stuck to your shoe.
Well.
I think you need a breath mint. Or better yet, try chewing on an airwick.
Yeah. Let's use a breath spray. Oh.
Yeah, baby.
Ah.
50,000 points, that's ambitious. Yeah, we're up to 1,000 out of 50,000. And let's try getting in here.
You
Wherever
rap
that goes.
loudly on the Naugahyde door.
Yeah? What's the password?
You've got "Can send me." You've scrawled "Can send me" in blood on a piece of tissue. And if there's one thing women love, it's a guy who walks around with bloody toilet paper in his pockets. Very true.
You read off the strange password you discovered in the John.
Ken sent me?
Yeah, baby.
Ah, you recognize this setup from a number of art films you've viewed. The gentleman before you is basically working the front desk. His employee is upstairs, waiting to provide quick expert services to a discriminating clientele.
Let's have a look around here. These nuts.
Lefties used to have bowls of free nuts at the bar, provided by These Nuts, TM, in exchange for promotional consideration. Note, the TM trademark symbol is a registered trademark of Trademark Registry Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Copyright Registered Trademarks LLC.
Was These Nuts already a meme back in 2003 or 2000? What am I saying? 2013 or 2012? I don't think so, but it might have been. I feel like that's more recent. These Nuts.
The kegs are apparently taking over the building.
Well, someone's gotta say it. That's one handsome moose ass.
If you only had a dime for every time you said that. Someone still has some unpacking to do.
Dan saying, I didn't know you were featured as the Almanac Girl. Good, cool beans, Summer. I think you're referring to this character? I wish. I wish I looked anywhere near that good. But thank you, Dan. Thank you
Someone
for the
still
flattery.
has some unpacking
Flattery will
to
get
do.
you everywhere.
You can't believe all the crap Lefty
Well, not quite
collects.
with me, but
Someone still... These are the third collegiate edition.
the Kama Sutra, the third collegiate edition.
It's the head of a cock. What? What did I say? Whoever shaved this pussy didn't finish the job.
Always finish a job, shading the pussy.
I wonder what the artist was getting at. There's an impressive-looking vibrator or personal massager in the cabinet. There's a cabinet filled with a wide variety of sex toys, no doubt for the use of customers. The cabinet appears to be locked tight with a combination lock.
He noted the vibrator specifically. We might have to get that out of here. We have to find a combination then, I guess.
This old TV is in sad shape. The on-off and channel dials are missing. How can you even turn it on?
There's a
There's
remote
one of
here.
those old-fashioned TV remotes from back when they had fewer than 80 buttons.
Are the sculpture and the calendar wearing the same bikini? Oh, I hadn't even noticed
On a
this
stand
yet.
in the corner is the infamous butt bottle, introduced in 1972 by Lowbrow Beverage Company as packaging for their first flavored vodka. The less said about that vodka, the better.
Butt bottle. Also, I hadn't seen
That's
this yet.
some impressive tail. There's one of those old-fashioned TV remotes from back when they had fewer than 80 buttons. That's would-be recording artist and full-time pimp, Prodigious P. He seems to be looking at the TV with frustration.
He's frustrated, eh?
He smells like he wears l'air du temps, but not today.
What if we what if we show
Hey,
him?
look at that. It's like a man's penis, only a lot smaller.
He just laughs at it.
Prodigious P already knows the password. How do you think he got back here?
So let's talk with him.
What's happening, man?
Just hanging out.
What's upstairs?
Nothing you'll ever get to see.
Why? What is it?
It's a woman, little man, and she's too much for you. You're not getting by me. Just put it out of your head.
Well, that just makes me want to go up there even more, right? Makes me want to figure out a way to get past you.
You're new at this, aren't you?
Dan says I like Le Bras beer. True story. Le Bras. I've never heard of it. Let's see what happens if we just try to go up
Step
there.
away, little man. You're not my girl's type.
What'd you let me in the room for, then?
I surround myself with socially inept people. It stems from a need to overcompensate for my deep-seated low self-esteem. You're
Okay.
not going up. You're not going up there. Not as long as Prodigious P
Lions
standing
beer.
here.
The Bayern beer. Bayern, I see. Oh, let's just grab the remote.
Since nobody seems to be using it, you glom the remote.
You glom the remote, eh? Operating on the principle of line of sight infrared transmission, the remote control baffles you completely. In part because it's currently dead. Oh, it doesn't work. That would explain why
The
the TV
remote is
not
out of juice. It's not currently working with the TV.
Bavarian, yes, Bayern, indeed. So we gotta get some new batteries for the remote control. It's a different puzzle than the original. In the original, I believe you get the remote control from the drunk there, who we now got a coaster from. So yeah, we have to find some batteries. Is it Pilsner? That's a good question. Also, that reminds me, I was just drinking this Kriek sour cherry beer from a Pilsner glass from the Maas brand, which is kind of, if you're drinking Pilsner, which is just, if you ask for a beer here anywhere, this is just the default beer. You're just gonna get the Pilsner and usually the Maas brand. That's like the most common one. That's just the default Belgian beer. Of course, we have many other kinds of beers, but that's just like a beer. The Kriek is much more aromatic than a regular beer. You need a rounded glass. Yeah, but I don't have any, that's the issue. Should probably look at getting one of those. Maybe bring one over from the parents sometime. But yeah, I'm just using a Pilsner glass because I don't have the right glass for Kriek beer. Yeah, sour bear, cherry. Trying to think. I can't think of the specific cherry name, but it's specific breed of cherry. Don't take your Lindeman's glass. Yeah, no, I'm not taking your Lindeman's glass. So yeah, we need to distract the pimp to get upstairs to the prostitute for Larry to have his way with her. But yeah, we need to distract him, for which we need to turn on TV, for which we need to get some fresh batteries for this remote control. Also, I haven't looked at this yet.
The old clattering teeth trick really breaks the ice at parties. Especially if you party with a lot of 6-year-olds.
And also, apparently, there's a locked cabinet here with a bunch of sex toys where we can get a vibrator, maybe? For something later on, I think. So, yeah, let's try and find some batteries then, or at least see what else is going on. What is this?
Remember that time you were taking
I think that's just like a crayon for taking score here. I don't immediately see any batteries here. Might there be in back? Probably not, but just have a look-see. Yeah. Wondering if we're able to get batteries from something else. Also, the drunk's asleep now. Can we grab any of the items
Hey,
here?
don't touch your merchandise. I'm not your cabin boy anymore.
He must have an interesting past.
Hey, Il Crowley. I see you here. How goes a family-friendly, wholesome game? Yeah, it's going very family-friendly and wholesome. Just Crow. Okay, hey Crow. Yeah. Larry's Larry. I stream a lot of Larry, so we're used to this. But it's the first time playing Reloaded, so that's interesting. And yeah, it's certainly it's got a bit of a different vibe than the other Larry games. It feels kind of like a mix between the original series, the classic Larry humor, and then a bit more the magna cum laude box office bust.
That's Bear, the dog. In Lost Wages, Bear is famous for getting off his leash and spreading sunshine wherever he goes. If you act in a non-threatening manner long enough, maybe he'll come over and say hi sometime.
Yeah, he's gonna pee on Larry if I don't move. Yeah. He's just gonna pee on Larry. Achievement unlocked. You're in luck. Did you get a fresh white leisure suit? Awarded for getting peed on by the dog. Well,
Aw, that's Bear, always spreading sunshine.
now if we go back inside.
Holy cannoli. It smells like a fire hydrant just walked in here.
Yeah, the first time after you get peed on, the first character you come across will say that something like that. Oh,
Apples, apples, apples for
oh,
sale.
he shows up on
Get your
this
fresh
screen in
apples
this
here,
one.
only $1.
Yeah, we want to buy some apples from him.
Hey, mister! I presume it's mister. I can't see under your barrel.
The name's Tim. Tim Tibbetts. And you are?
Larry? Larry Laffer?
What's your question, Larry?
Well, I see you're wearing a barrel, and I figure this can only mean one thing. You're going to go over Niagara Falls.
Interesting.
Furthermore, since Lost Wages is near the west coast and Niagara Falls is near the east coast and you're already in the barrel, you must be super wealthy. They'll never let you on a commercial airliner dressed that way.
Your mind works in strange and mysterious ways, Larry. Actually, I'm broke. That's why I'm dressed this way.
Oh god. Just want an apple.
Wanna
Hey.
buy an apple?
Let me
Yes.
think about it. It would be kind of cool to buy an apple from a really rich guy.
Oh, Larry
Hey,
is very
Tim.
smart.
Larry!
How's the apple business?
Not good. I'll be sleeping in my pants tonight.
Ha! You eccentric rich guys. You crack me up.
Oh, so we need to use the wallet on him to buy an apple. Thought we could just talk with him and
Here's
buy
a
one,
buck.
but...
I'll take an apple.
Well,
Thank you, sir.
I don't know
Here
if
you
I
go.
want that apple if it's been there.
Hmm.
I have that. I have that viewer rewarding enabled. Read a segment of the official book of Leash Suit Larry, which I do happen to have right here next to me. Or watch it first, I guess. Yeah, so this is the official book of Leash Suit Larry, 3rd edition, and it was released after Leash Suit Larry 6 came out. So it has story and info of Leash Suit Larry 1 through 6. And just a lot of other side stuff.
Bear
And
likes you. How nice.
let's go into the menu for a second. Disco sucks. I hadn't noticed that yet. Vote Jimmy Peanut, Democrat president. Post no bills. Rock rules. Yeah. Let's have a look. See, where did I leave off last time? We were still in the Chapter 1, introducing Leash to Larry and Allo. We were past here. We were past here. I think we arrived at the Lights of Lost Wages. So, Leash to Larry 1 is set in the city of Lost Wages, which is kind of Las Vegas. A play on that. Lefty's bar is there, and so the book with his backstory starts off how he had a job with Sierra, being a game programmer, and then he kind of started, because he had never been with a woman, started going nuts about that. Couldn't think about anything else anymore. Lost his job because he couldn't focus on his programming, and yeah, his work started being not good. And then he was living with his mom, but his mom moved because she was tired of him and because she wanted to go be a swinger in Florida. So yeah, then he decided, well, I'm just gonna go to Lost Wages and try to find love there. So, Lost Wages, Nevada at night looks like a huge neon dinosaur, making it with 6,000 acres of electrified sequence. That's what struck Larry Laffer's eyes as his wheezing Volkswagen topped a rise and the desert city was laid out before him. The city, unlike its nearby neighbor, Las Vegas, did not even bother with such niceties as its Chamber of Commerce. The place existed for one reason, to afford a convenient grouping for business out to fleece suckers. There's a sucker born every minute, P.T. Barnum said in the last century. Larry took 3 minutes longer than any normal kid to be born, the dirty little sucker, his mother had often said to her sympathetic friends in this century. Welcome to Las Vegas, the city limits sign read as Larry's Beetle buzzed by. So he's driving a Volkswagen Beetle. Larry knew that a lot of people had to come into Las Vegas in $10,000 cars and left in $100,000 buses. However, or so he thought, they were fools. They had come here to gamble. He was a lot smarter. He'd just come for the chicks. Yeah, no wasting time on slot machines or at the blackjack tables for him. No, sir? Well, maybe just a little. He was kinda short on cash. In fact, he'd spent his last $10 on gas and a can of breath spray 100 miles back. He was broke and his credit card had just expired. Some flash money to impress the ladies was needed. The first order of business, then, Larry concluded as he entered the outskirts of the city, was to generate a more positive cash flow. Just a few thousand. That's all. No sense being greedy. He passed another sign. This one touted the great taxi service in downtown Las Vegas. No need to walk. Use our cheap, clean, luxurious cabs, which we'll be using from this.
It's a taxi call box.
From this taxi call box in a bit when we get back to the game. Awesome story regarding Larry's mom had no idea. Yeah, pretty much this book fleshed out a whole lot of Larry's backstory. Learn we can learn a lot more from it than is in the games themselves. Um, there was a picture of a friendly, smiling cabbie waving from the window of his late model shiny cab. P.T. Barnum would have loved that ad. This way to the egress, indeed, he would have chuckled. Subtleties, however, were lost on Larry. He thought nuance was either some kind of perfume or a word applied to drunks, as in, she made a public nuance of herself. So he just accepted the sign at face value and figured that it was a solution to his transportation problems. Well, the used car lot caught Larry's eye. It was a seedy, unprosperous looking place, but at least the open sign was still propped up in the window of the rusty little house trailer that served as an office. A1 honest used cars. That sounded like just what he needed. An honest used car lost. Larry still tended to believe everything he read. Have you ever come across an honest used car salesman? Of course you haven't. Well, appearance didn't matter, he decided, since the place would give him a good deal just like the sign said. Because Las Vegas had this fantastic cab service, he had no more need for the car. He'd sell it and use the money as table stakes to build up a real bankroll. No problem. He turned in at the lot's entrance and parked next to the office. He pushed the creaking door open and entered to find a man, feet propped on a dusty desk, staring back at him with no great indication of interest. Business kinda slow, huh? Larry said. Not anymore, Mac, the man said. He reluctantly got to his feet and came around the desk to offer a hand to Larry. Name's Honest Tricky Dick. This here's my lot. What can I do for you? Larry scratched his head. He wondered a moment about Honest Tricky Dick's name, then shook it off and got down to business. I've got this great automobile, a real collector's item, Larry began. Honest Tricky Dick pushed past him and looked out the window. Where? All I see is that ratty-looking Volkswagen. Nice though, how the rust blends in with that red paint job. Ha ha. Or ha ha ha. It's a classic, Larry said, desperately trying to remember all the used car jargon he could. A real cream puff. Hardly used. Pristine condition. Why, just look at. Yeah, Honest Tricky Dick said, unimpressed. Looks like she's a 70 or 71, eh? Okay, the money ain't mine anyway, so I'll buy it. He shook his head in disgust. We must be on the wrong side of lost wages here. Ha ha ha. Everyone wants to sell. Nobody ever buys. So Larry said, already visualizing the several hundred big ones he'd soon have in his pocket. Only several hundred? Is that a lot for a used car even back when this was set in, I guess this is set in 87, probably, just like when the original game came out. Is it set in 87? He's 31 years old. Uh, I don't know if it's 87. It's not somewhere in the 80s. How do you say in business? Got a deal with the Sierra Online. You know them computer game people. They buy my trade-ins wholesale. Honest Tricky Dick said. Use them junkers in games like Police Quest. With those new VGA graphics, can't even make a real heap appear good. Saves a lot of production money. Ha ha. Larry sighed. That stupid laugh was beginning to get to him. Why did he have the feeling he'd be hearing a lot while here in Las Vegas? Yeah, well, how much for my fine vintage Volkswagen diesel, he asked. $94, Honest Tricky Dick said. Take it or leave it. I'll throw in a free ride downtown. Well, Larry haggled like hell, but Honest Tricky Dick was not budging. So he finally accepted it, and Honest Tricky Dick drove him downtown. It was a seedy-looking part of town they were in. Trash littered the streets, and dogs seemed to run wild, marking their territories with merry bend. What are you looking for? Honest Tricky Dick asked. Women, babes, chicks. And then the next page here has some art. I hope you can see this. So that is Allo, creator of Leisure Suit Larry, moonlighting as a Lost Wages taxi driver on the back of the box of Leisure Suit Larry in the Land of the Lounge Lizards. The new release, so the VGA release that came out in, I think it came out in 1991 or so, and this book came out in, I think Leisure Suit Larry 6 came out in 92, 93. This is 93. Yeah, 93. So yeah, I guess they, it was new enough that they could call new. Right, right, gotcha. He pulled into the curb. Well, here's the right place for that. Haha. I come here pretty often myself. Might want to stay out of that dark alley over there. Thanks, Larry said, and got out of the car, looked at the dive in front of him. It was a bar. Lefties, the sign above the door read. As Honest Tricky Dick drove away, Larry took inventory of what he had on. A warm wallet with $94 in it, and as yet unused can of breath spray, some pocket lint, and a wristwatch. That was it, except for his fantastic leisure suit, a major chick-getting necessity. Staying alive, staying alive, staying alive, he sang. Then seeing, yeah, he's a of course he's usually into disco still, but he's also a big Barry Manilow fan according to his backstory. But yeah, this is Staying Alive, of course, by the Bee Gees. Then seeing that little dog approaching with firm resolve in its eyes, he decided to enter the bar and begin his adventure. Hey, get away from me, he said as the dog came even closer. He picked up speed and jerked open the door to the bar. How else would you expect a jerk? Would you expect a jerk to open the door? Rest, as they say, is legend. Yeah. And then the next bit goes on about Allo himself, the creator of Leisure Suit Larry's. But we just learned about how Larry Laffer arrived in Las Vegas, and how he sold his car, and how he got to the start of the game here at outside of Lefties with only a wallet with $94 in it and some breath spray on him. So yeah, back to the game. We need batteries for the remotes. I haven't found any in Lefty's bar, so I think we'll have to try calling cab and
It's the taxi you just hailed, Larry. Have you been damaging
see
your
if we can go anywhere
short-term
else.
memory again? The cabbie isn't here for your...
Thanks for nothing.
I guess it took too long.
Taxi!
The cabbie isn't here for your sparkling conversation, Larry. Get in, or he's liable to leave. That's not the kind of...
Quit wasting my time.
That's not the kind of tip the cabbie is looking for.
Taxi!
What if we tried licking or sniffing too?
It smells like scrap metal and dent filler.
Makes sense. Okay, let's just get in. Is this a no hint playthrough?
Woo! You got
It's
Pekingese written all over you. Hey, Mac, where you headed?
it's the first time I'm playing it, and you can give some hints. I wouldn't be too explicit about things. Unless I'm actively asking for assistance because I just can't figure something out. But yeah, since it's my first time playing it, I kind of want to figure out the stuff that's different between this one and the original Leisure to Larry. Out as much as possible by myself, but yeah, if I really need a hint or I'm missing something that's like obvious or whatever, you can give a hint. Guano Bell. This is the Club Go. I think it says? No, 69. Club 69, yeah. Come and Go, which is the convenience store. Mystery Stain Motel. The Wedding Ready, yes, this is Wedding Chapel. Caesar's Palace, this is the casino. The Cash Corner. The Comedy Bladder, can't go there, fake it. Okay. Well, we could go to the casino and try and get some more money. That sounds like a good idea. You pass a road sign. Last sign for 12 miles. I don't know why they showed that. What is that?
That'll be $16, please.
Okay. Well, actually, I can show off what happens if we don't pay him. If you just try to get out of the cab without paying. Cab outside casino.
There's no way to...
You ain't trying to get out of my cab without paying me, are ya?
Would I do that?
Nobody stiffs me and gets away with it. Take this.
Well, of course, that's another death.
Larry, next time you take a cab ride, be prepared to pay.
Yeah, try to be vague unless I'm actively asking. Oh, there's a cat here.
Nobody has dropped any...
So?
The pussy is avoiding you. Sound familiar? You'll have to get closer.
It's gonna run away, of course. Yep. Can't touch it. Yeah, so let's load and pay the cabbie.
That'll be $16, please.
Yeah, if I'm going way wrong, of course you could say it. Though I think it's kind of hard to go way wrong here.
Thanks, kid.
Especially since I'm very familiar with the. Oh, I'm familiar enough with the original Leisure Suit Larry. Like I don't know all of it off the top of my head, but yeah.
These gorgeous, exotic West Polynesian dong catchers are thriving
Dong
in the
catchers.
desert heat. It's nice to know something is
Well,
thriving
that's
around here.
I think that's a succubus.
That's Nama, the demon goddess of prostitution. Or possibly the sculptor's ex-wife. Congratulations, Larry. You finally found a woman who will never press charges. Somehow, a beautiful jasmine plant is managing to survive the dry climate. Caesar's phallus was erected in 1964 and is a long-standing member of the Chamber of Commerce.
What?
It makes massive endowments.
This book just
to
said
local
there's no
charities,
Chamber of
and
Commerce
it's
in this
always
city.
jumping with excitement. Through the years, it has helped provide a livelihood for hundreds of cultists.
Either there is a Chamber of Commerce in this version of Lost Wages in the remake, or there's a continuity problem. Battery puzzle was fun and different. Yeah. I don't immediately know how to solve it unless I just go into the convenience store and buy batteries there. That might be a possible solution. I figured I would come here to the casino first and get some money because that's just... I think that's just
When
a
the
good idea in
phallus was built,
general.
this entrance was much smaller, but they quickly chopped off the front. It's much easier to keep clean this way. The moon is so full and round, you can't help but be reminded of something.
My diet starts next week.
Yeah, I guess you're a
You
bit
can
pudgy.
barely make out some tall buildings in the distance. In fact, you can barely make out with anything at all. Those may look like ordinary, filthy, rat-infested garbage cans to you, Larry, but to an adventure game player, each one is a potential inventory-enriching paradise.
Nice erection in the chamber. Do you mean this? That's like a pillar, but yeah. Money is good, especially if you can save some to get some. Yeah, exactly.
Caesar's phallus,
Oh,
what it
that's
makes.
the same building, apparently.
You can just make out a corner of a small chapel.
Yeah, so that's the wedding chapel. Yeah. Don't think there's much else to look at. Let's go in.
Oh my god. I think I'm in love. Wow! As the kids say these days, hubba hubba and bubba ba boom!
Larry, wipe your chin. You're drooling again.
Of course, Larry reacts like that to, yeah, the pretty women here.
Ah! He's obviously a tourist. Look how he's dressed. So schlumpy and out of place. I wonder what bingo parlor she wandered out of.
Larry, that could be you in 20 years.
Oh no!
Or much sooner.
Oh man, that hair is so 70s.
Caesar's phallus. Now that's a good phallus.
You lean in close and sniff.
Cut it out. Guy?
Before she knows what you're doing, you sneak in a quick
Oh
lick.
my god, he finally
Again,
licked
and I'll
a
snap your
woman.
tongue like a twig.
Ah.
My tongue doesn't snap.
It does after I pull it out of your face and keep it in the freezer overnight.
You're twisted.
Oof.
I like that.
You like anything that breathes.
You're perceptive. I like that too.
Oh god.
He smells like sweat, pigskin, and money. Something manly, competitive, and territorial stirs within. A feeling wholly unfamiliar to you. You give the old lady a sniff.
You smell like mothballs and Pepto-Bismol.
That's my perfume. Evening in assisted living.
You give the man a good, hearty whiff.
What is that? Probably my breath freshener. Sometimes I worry that I use too much. Am I using too much? No, you're using the perfect amount. Thanks. So are you, by the way. Your breath smells great. It's a pleasure to speak to someone who really cares about their breath. I agree. Yeah. Yeah!
Get a room, you two.
So this is old Larry? That's
You
weird.
approach the dude and sniff surreptitiously a few times.
Sorry, man. I don't have any of that stuff on me.
I think that's a drug joke, of course. Yeah. Let's try the zipper.
She looks down at your equipment and starts to laugh.
Hey, it's not supposed to be funny.
Then why is there a clown nose on the end of it? Oh, sorry. That's just more of you.
You show your goods to the babe.
Oh, it's like a toy one. How cute.
Well, poor Larry.
You flash Rodney.
All power to you, man. Takes a lot of guts for an American male to stay uncircumcised these days.
But I am circumcised.
Oh, maybe you should have that looked at.
I don't know what the hell that is, but it sure needs ironing.
Oof.
A long time ago, I had one that looked just like that.
You unzip in front of the dude.
Oh man, why'd you have to do that? You're making me nauseous. I just ate at Wiener Schnitzel.
He just ate at Wiener Schnitzel. I would have thought it would say I just ate a Wiener Schnitzel, because that's a dish. Okay. Well, let's see if we can play any of these poker machines. Well, this is slots, this is video poker. In the original game, it's just blackjack. So yeah, let's see what we can play here. Oh no, this isn't video poker. It's blackjack as well. So yeah, this is video slots. This is video blackjack. Why is he flashing people? Why not? Yeah, that's just Larry. Let's play some blackjack. Caesar's phallus blackjack. Press the arrows to increase or decrease your bet. Press deal when ready to play. press stay to see house rules before playing. Let's press stay. This machine has a $2 minimum bet and a $10,000 limit. Bets must be a multiple of $2. Press stay to continue. Getting blackjack pays 3 to 2 odds. Any 6 cards under 22 wins. Dealer must hit 16 and stand on 70, unless he has an ace. Press stay to continue. Insurance bets are offered whenever the dealer shows an ace. They are half your bet and pay 2 to 1 odds. You may split a matching pair or surrender whenever you have only 2 cards. You may only double down if your initial 2 cards total 10 or 11 points. Yeah, I guess there is slots in the original one, but I never played it. I always just play the blackjack, and I only ever see people play the blackjack. So the slots, it's really easy to forget that you can play slots in the original Leisure Suit Larry. Okay, well, that's... Let's just go all in. Because we're safe scumming this anyway. How does it know I don't have enough money? Okay, let's... Okay, so... There's an 8 here for the house. Computer, I have 13 so far. Let's hit. No, that is super unlucky. We got a jack, which is a 10. Yeah, that's just unlucky. Okay, so we have to reload. We lost all
That's
money.
not one of the buttons.
What does it say now if I look at my wallet? $0 in cash, yeah. So yeah, you're stuck at this point unless you reload if you have $0. Because you need money.
Oh, that's lethal.
What does she say to that? Okay, let's have another go at the blackjack. Do I need to do that every time? I guess so. Oh, I guess I could just press the arrow. I thought for a second that I could click here in the middle. You did the slot sometimes. I never see anyone do that. Okay, so the computer has an ace, so it's offering me insurance. I never do the insurance. We've got 18. So 18 is very risky to hit on. So I guess I'll stay. And of course I'll lose because he just happens to have the jack too. The A is either ace is either a 1 or a 10, and he has a jack, so it's 21. So yeah, I got unlucky twice in a row here. Let's try again.
You ever made a toothbrush?
I guess it should just say random stuff when you reload. Okay, so we can just place a bet immediately and bet. Well, and deal. They've got a 4, I've got a 4 and a king. Any suit aside from the ace is a 10, so I've got a 14, I'm gonna hit. And another bust! Wow! I'm getting really unlucky here. I wonder if the game knows that I'm...
Please call your dentist and tell him he's not
that
doing
I'm,
it.
that I'm safe scumming. Probably. We've got a 12, they've got a jack, so that's 10. What?! This... Come on! This is being super unfair! Hey, Into the Miso, I'm getting screwed by this video blackjack game.
Oh, that's lethal.
I guess it's a fart that she's commenting at? don't be gambling. Well, you have to gamble in this game to earn enough money to get through the game pretty much. So you have no choice but to gamble. In real life, I'm not a gambler at all. So yeah, it's saying either it's the 6 or 16. That's a 3 hit. And that's a 12 now. 19. Let's stay on it. Yes! I finally won! Woohoo! They burned out, or however you call it again. 7, 12, 22. So they got 22, which is over 21. And I was under 21, so I won. Woohoo! Let's save. Let's. 72 times 2 is $144. That sounds right. And then we can just keep doubling if we do this. But it's risky, of course. I've got a 16, an 8 here. You pretty much have to bet on his. Pretty much have to hit on a 16, but it's super risky already because you have to get a 5 or under to not go over 21. There's a double down the splits. I never do those, so.
That's not one of.
Figured. Let's. Got an 18. Let's stay on this one. Yes. The computer, the house has to stand on 17, and it got a 17. So I won with an 18. What happens if you go broke? Game ends. Yeah, if you go broke, you can't progress. You can't progress through the game entirely. There's no other ways to make money, and you need money at certain points to get certain items and do certain things. So yeah, that's just a soft lock pretty much. You can't finish the game, so that's why it's just safe scumming really. So I'm at $288. And let's. Oh, I'm starting at an 18 again. Yeah, stay. And I won again. Ooh, I lost 4 times in a row, and now I'm on a bit of a winning streak, or at least I'm doing better. So in the original game, I would have enough money now. 500 and 288 my times 2 is 572, I believe. No. I think it's it's $576. The original game, this would be enough. I'm not sure if it is in this one, but let's try and see if it's enough. Can I just walk out like that?
You're a stinky breath today.
Okay. Oh, they're commenting on his breath, which is bad again. We haven't really talked with anyone here yet. Let's use a breath spray. Now let's talk with the people here.
Are you from the Caribbean?
No, why?
'Cause Jamaican me crazy.
No,
oh,
God.
That's cute. How you made a pun using the name of a country. Let me see if I can do that. Your attempt to pick me up is rail pathetic. It makes me think you don't have a Bahrain in your head.
That's, pretty good.
Now leave me alone, turkey.
So, hiya, baby. I hope you own a black cat, because I'd like to get familiar with you.
Wow! I've never heard that one before. That is really cool.
Thank you. Then let's
Oh
roll this
God,
pop
she's
stand and take
she's
this
an
party
airhead.
downside.
I can't. The Lost Wages basketball team is coming over later, and I promised I'd do that first. Maybe some other time.
Okay.
You're cute in a really Patsy Weber kind of way.
Oh, you mean Anson Williams?
Who's that?
The guy who plays Patsy Weber?
What do you mean, plays?
You really can pick 'em, can't you, Larry?
Well, so yeah, the joke is that she has no brains whatsoever and she's doing a football team.
Any luck on that machine?
Yes. All bad. If I wasn't on the casino's board of directors, I probably wouldn't even bother playing.
Hello, ma'am. How are the slots treating you today?
Get bent, loser.
Excuse me, did I say something to offend you?
Cram it.
Am I disturbing your rhythm or something?
Yes. And your breath smells like a sea urchin died in your mouth, and you tried to cover up the rotten stink with lemon pledge.
You're fun.
Wow, she's honest.
You don't look like you're having much fun. I know. I should go back to my regular job. What's your regular job? I sell software. I'm just in lost wages to try to find true love. Tell me about it. I just did.
So yeah, old Larry. I guess this represents the 2013. If the original Larry from the 80s is here now in the 2013 version, I guess that's him aged
so,
like that.
Like, are you some sort of counterculture type?
He's
Rebelling
38.
against injustice by symbolically giving the man the finger with your freakish hairstyle?
Nah, I just like pissing off my mom.
So 2013 is how many years after 1987? 13, 26 years. So Larry in the original, he was 38 at the start of Leisure Suit Larry 1. So 38 plus 26 is 64. So this Larry would be 64 years old. That took me a bit to calculate. My math isn't great today and also getting tired, so I'm gonna stream for like 1 hour more max and then call it for today. Let's see what's here.
Now that's a fancy elevator. It looks sleek and
now we're in the
brand
hotel
new.
section of the casino. There's a buffet.
Buffett, cool.
Buffett.
I guess Jimmy Buffett is playing.
Oh god, you're so smart, Larry.
Cabaret.
This is kind of in the way of the sign. That's weird.
This entire wall of the casino is part of the aquarium. Isn't that a splendid use of water in a desert? A beautiful mermaid and her friendly pet whale, Mr. Wiggles, are cavorting in the briny deep. Given that whales are known to turn on their trainers, this is the perfect entertainment for men, women, wildlife, and the ever-constant threat of death.
You can read turn on in two ways there. Oh, what's
It's
this?
some sort of laminated piece of paper.
Only important things get laminated.
Smoking is permitted everywhere, so the casino has plenty of these ashtrays scattered around for parking butts. There is something laminated sticking out of
Parking
it.
butts, eh?
You take the piece of paper.
Woohoo! I got an item. This membership card will get you into one of Las Vegas' finest, and thankfully only, discotheques. So, Club 69, we've got a membership card now. Yeah, we needed that to get in there. I think that's the same. I think you can find it in the same location in the original game. So, the Buffet, or buffet. Can we go there? Yeah. Oh,
Welcome to Chef
just a
Jeff's
screen, I
American
guess.
Tavern Bar and Grill with the all-day, all-night buffet. TV chef Jeff
Looks
Hillary's
lovely.
first Lost Wages restaurant features many of the signature dishes from his popular program. Kapwing, more onion powder. But oh no, somebody has spilled 12 globs of food that aren't from the buffet. Can you find...
Someone has spilled 12 globs of extra food that aren't from the buffet. Can you find them? Okay. I only vaguely remember the original. Me and my cousins using most of the game time to get past the adult protection. Yeah, we talked about the copyright protection and yeah, the age check quiz at the start of the game. We talked about that because there's also something similar in this one. Oh.
It's a bin of hearty, stick-to-your-teeth, steel-cut goat meal. This doesn't match the food around it. It's some sort of pungent mystery goo. This ain't from around here, is it? This doesn't look like anything else for miles around it. Congratulations, you found a sample of great traditional French food, crème brûlée. Congratulations, you found a sample of nouvelle cuisine, deconstructed glop. Congratulations, you found a sample of lutefisk.
Lutefisk.
Congratulations, you found a sample of modernist cuisine, toast-filled ravioli on buttermilk froth.
I believe lutefisk is a fish dish from Sweden or somewhere in
The
Scandinavia.
fixtures are not part of the free buffet.
Is that the dried fish or the fish that they put in the ground and then dig up again? They do that with shark, I believe.
Congratulations, you found a sample of Nolan's fare,
I don't know
fried
off the
green
top of my
lunch
head.
meat.
There's something like that.
Congratulations, you found a sample of the politically correct vegan's delight, locally discarded kimchi.
It's a fish you put in loot. It is Scandinavian, okay, so I'm right about that.
Congratulations, you found a sample of American Southern cooking, roadkill in a dishwasher. Congratulations, you found a sample of Northeastern cuisine, New England clam chowder. Congratulations, you found a sample of cozy Maine cuisine.
It's put in lye. Huh. In lye.
Congratulations.
That sounds
you
weird.
found a sample of good old American Midwest cuisine. Molten urinal cake.
Lovely.
Congratulations. You found a sample of American Chinese food. Mugu nuff said. Congratulations. You found a sample of Chicago-style food.
Historically,
a 5-inch
today we
thick
don't.
blob of underbaked
okay.
pizza crust with
That
bratwurst
makes sense.
oil dribbled all over it. Congratulations. You win the Leisure Suit Larry Disgusting Buffet Hidden Object game. You get a bottle of hot sauce.
Tasteless Dave's hot sauce. Now that was hard. Not. Achievement unlocked. That'll do, pig. Is that a reference to Babe? You're ahead of the game when you can tell the slop from the glob. Awarded for earning the hot sauce by finding all hidden objects at the buffet. Hidden objects? They were just all the slop here along the side. That wasn't hard at all. Tell us about one of your favorite Leisure Suit Larry jokes. Oh god. Oh. My mind instantly wanders to Leisure Suit Larry 7 just because that game has a lot of amazing jokes. The 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 beaver cheese dish you make in Leisure Suit Larry 7 that's filled with disgusting ingredients, and then you put the orgasmic powder in it, and then you serve it at the cooking competition, and you win it because it just makes all the the celebrity chefs who are judging the competition orgasm, and they award you top points. That's a good bit. That's a classic Leisure Suit bit. I love that. Yeah. Leisure Larry 7 just has a lot of amazing moments. I would say that's probably the game with the best humor throughout, I feel. Aside from I think 1 and 7 have the most consistent good humor and just good comedic bits throughout. And then 3 and 6, 5 also have some good bits. 2 is weird. As far as comedy goes, it's less comedic, I think. It's more trying to tell a story. It's still a good game in its own. Well, it's still an enjoyable game in its own right. It has a lot of issues. A lot of people don't consider it a good game, but yeah. As far as comedy in the original series 1 and 7 have a lot of the best bits, I think. Yeah. 7, just all the competitions, how you win them, and then just a lot of interactions with the women and other characters are very good. Like also the what's called again, the I'm forgetting the name of the guy in the Peter something, Peter Pecker, the guy in the cruise ship's lobby, uh, who is like the assistant there, and just the interactions are great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you attracted to Larry? Attracted? I wouldn't say I'm attracted to Larry at all. Uh, I enjoy games for other reasons than than being attracted to Larry. Damn, that's harsh. I know. Hurt his feelings. I think Larry has had to wear a lot worse when it comes to being told how unattractive he
It's
is.
good old Jewish American cuisine, buffalo chicken soup. It's a recipe stolen from Wolfgang Schmuck, oven roasted ginger with Mary Ann. These lightly sauteed ragweed sprouts in a light lemon and histamine dressing will bring tears to your eyes and nose. This is just a virulent bin of last week's house-made mac and hollandaise, separating and clumping and curdling as we speak.
Lovely.
As there are a lot of gamblers here from the Mideast,
I don't know what
it's not
Wolfgang
unusual
Puck
to
is
see a warming
referencing.
tray
Is that
of
a
awful falafel waffle a la
joke
a la.
on a celebrity chef or something?
Nobody knows what's really under that deep-fried batter, but if you ask them in the kitchen, they'll say, "You mean the anchovy
Well-known
nuts?"
chef.
and burst into uncontrollable laughter. It's a squeeze bottle with ketchup and water in a 3-to-7 ratio.
That's a lot of
This
water.
squeeze bottle is designed to hold just enough mustard to make a loud farting sound whenever it's squeezed. This draws disgusted stares and discourages repeat use. This rich, gluey dish is paste of yesterday's root vegetables. This is one of the most popular dishes in Lost Wages. Roasted lamb skank in a tart sauce.
Skank in a tart sauce.
It's just a bin of factory-dried and flaked jicama that was reconstituted, extruded, puzzled over, and finally chucked in a saucepan with some leftover fish broth.
I've heard of jicama, but I've never learned what kind of dish that is, what kind of food that is. Schmuck, yeah.
It's an example of fusion cuisine, miso-sari. This tray of Newman e Alfredo has been sitting here for 50 years. What,
Newman
you're
e.
worried?
Alfredo.
It's the restaurant's special experiment of the day, chef's regrets. The heating and cooling units in this buffet keep everything at the perfect bacteria-growing temperature of about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a bin of quinoa. Just quinoa.
Yeah.
Ugh. No, anything but that.
I agree. Quinoa by itself is not good, and I think you can make good dishes with quinoa, but it's hard.
It's one of Imriel Lagasse's recipes.
Imriel
Lagasse.
Lagasse's.
The buffet features that popular
Quinoa sucks.
appetizer from the
Yeah.
60s, liver
It's
in
not
a
very
blanket.
enjoyable to eat.
Whatever it is, it's got that milky, opaque look of semi-liquid scallops, only with a yellowish skin on it.
Oh, it's a starchy root. Okay, I see. Was this buffet in the original WoW? I don't remember. Nope, it sure ain't. This is remake.
Whatever it is, it's got that milky, opaque look of
Yeah.
Just looking at this disgusting sneeze guard is giving you pink eye.
I think buffets in a Larry game became a thing from 7 onwards. I don't remember there being one in earlier Larry game. Well, 6 has... It doesn't really have a buffet. No, it doesn't really have buffet. It has a dining room, but can't really eat there. Yeah, it started becoming a thing in the later Larry games, and it's definitely new in this Leisure Suit Larry 1 remake. Yeah, okay. So we saw everything we could there. Let's go to. I think this is a comedy club, but we can't really read the sign here for a weird reason.
How festive! Somebody's going to have a party. There's a tank of helium, presumably for the balloons.
Can we just swipe
You
it?
score the tank
Woo,
of helium.
score! Yeah, baby.
We want the show! We want the show! We want the show!
You'll always be a kid at heart, Larry.
Aww.
It smells like
Oh, I
the
should have
lint
tried
you
to.
take
I
out
should
of
have
the
tried to
dryer
licking
and chew on
at
for
the
a while
buffet. Yeah, we'll
before
go back to the
throwing out.
buffet.
It does. And you said that everybody does that, right?
Yes, that's what I told you.
Let's go back to the buffet now before I forget. I just want to try licking stuff there, or smelling it, whichever he does. Maybe you can also use a zipper
Welcome
for
back
something
to
unique.
Chef Jeff's American Tavern Bar and Grill with the world's smallest sneeze guard.
Uh-oh.
You've already found the only exciting item there is to find here, but feel free to browse. And count yourself lucky that you're not hungry.
Yeah, we got the hot sauce from here, which I guess we'll have some use for it. It's a bottle of Tasteless Dave's Butt Burner, a hot sauce that's twice as fiery coming in as it is going in, coming out as it is going in. Show your penis to the buffet, but it is not impressed. Let's first try
Just
this.
the smell of this stuff has been known to turn people into piles of used tissue. It smells creamy and acidic, and your taste buds are committing suicide in anticipation. Any chicken scent the soup might have is overwhelmed by the smell of the Day-Glow buffalo sauce. It smells like coconut, pineapple, banana, and Tommy Rot. The scent of the awful falafel waffle is mostly awful. They're tangy and reek of fermentation, like the stuff you scrape off the inside of a drain trap. It smells way too old and sickeningly sweet, like a squeeze bottle full of Angela Lansbury.
Oh, Angela Lansbury is the actress for the main character of Murder, She Wrote. Popular 70s, 80s, some 80s murder mystery TV series. And yeah, she was already kind of old back then, and now I think she's still alive. But yeah, that's a
It
joke.
smells way too old and sickeningly sweet,
Yeah.
like a squeeze bottle full of Angela Lansbury.
That's a harsh one.
It smells like yellow dye number 30 in cornstarch.
Yellow dye number 30 and cornstarch. Ew.
It smells mostly like old steam, but you do detect just the slightest tinge of dirt in there too. It smells like there's been some wild fungi in this skank more than once.
Gamer Man says we used to call her the Angel of Death because wherever she went, someone died. Yeah, that is very true. Yeah. In every episode, someone dies, and she always just happens to be there or be nearby or arrive there right after the murder or something and discover the body. But then they're never like, "Oh, it must have been you." No, it's just like they always accept that she can solve the mystery, and then she does. It's such a weird formula, but it works. It was a good show. It's still well liked. There's some good games based on it as well. I actually have one, a hidden object game based on it. It's entertaining.
If Bland
It's
had
mostly
a
a
taste,
story,
that taste would run
mostly a Murder, She
shrieking
Wrote,
from the rancid smell of this jicama.
Or multiple stories.
It's got that rotting broccoli smell that you usually get in the back of your refrigerator. It smells mostly like a boiled goat with just a pinch of tin can. It needs a little bit of Potrezebi to make it verschluggener.
Potrezebi for
It
Schluckner?
smells like the employee bathroom at a bakery. You smell it, and you're sorry you did. Chef's regrets. The smell keeps sliding past your nose. If Gray had a smell, it would smell like this. It's like rotting crustacean, only pungenter. The eyes of the servers and customers are upon you. You don't dare do any wick dipping in the immediate area.
Well, it won't allow us to do it here.
The diver holds her nose and points to your mouth. Wow, Larry, your bad breath is even penetrating
Back with
the
the
aquarium
bad
walls.
breath, eh?
The aquarium window has the crisp, fresh scent of acrylic and Windex.
What if we...
Larry, let's not show our crude side to the sea life. Don't get your wang anywhere near that plant, Larry. That's exactly what it wants you to do. Those West Polynesian dong catchers almost seem to beckon to you. Resist, Larry.
Oh. It's not a classic narration at all, but it's very good. Oh. But will you stretch your goals for me?
Love has made me a bit street smart. You give my motor such a
Farting sounds.
Darn it. I'm the only one here to enjoy that.
Yeah, baby. And all I can to you.
50 points for that. So that's a Kickstarter.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
song.
I'm Jeff Schitzfeld, and you are a small but mighty crowd tonight. That's the way we like them here. Hey, there are some good-looking women in the casino tonight, aren't there? I went up to this really hot lady at the bar. I said, "Your place or mine?" She looks me up and down and says, "I'll step on the mine." Thank you. Of course, the other night, I had this gorgeous woman pounding on my door for 10 minutes straight. Finally, I had to let her out.
Oh, God.
If I look a little depressed tonight, it's my mom. She's 120 or something, and I swear she does not stop farting. Every 5 minutes, she rips a new one, real peppery ones, eye burners, you know? So she goes to the doctor and says, "Doc," she says, "Doc, I got this problem. I fart constantly. Horrible stinkers. Absolutely silent, but absolutely deadly, you know?" She says, "In fact, I just let loose a horrible one, but you won't know it till it drifts over to you." So the doctor says, "Well, we're going to start running some tests." She says, "On my gastrointestinal tract?" And he says, "No, on your hearing." Thank you. She used to be a parole officer, which is the perfect job for a Jewish mother. She never lets anyone finish a sentence. Seriously, it's a tough job. Every night she comes home, she wants to take a drink, but she won't. She says it interferes with her suffering. Screw you, that was funny. I swear. Jewish mothers, they're like pit bulls, you know? But there's one difference. Eventually, a pit bull lets go. And my dad, he's no prize either. One day, he goes into a church, into the confessional, and he says, "Father, I've sinned. I've got 6 children and 15 grandchildren, and I've been married to the same woman for 62 years. But for the last 3 months, I've been having an affair with my doctor's 22-year-old nurse. We have amazing sex night and day. It's fantastic." And the priest says, "Excuse me, but I'm guessing from your accent that you're Jewish." And my dad says, "Yeah." The priest says, "So why are you telling me?" And my dad says, "I'm telling everybody." Thank you, thank you.
Oh, God.
You know why Jewish women love Chinese food? don't you? It's because wonton spelled backwards is not now. Yeah, but my dad, he's a crazy old man. He's got hemorrhoids, you know. So, his doctor gave him a prescription for suppositories. He goes to the drugstore and gets the prescription filled. 48 suppositories. So he pays for them and leaves, and he comes back 2 days later and says, "I need this prescription refilled." The pharmacist says, "I gave you 48 suppositories 2 days ago. What have you been doing with them? Eating them?"
Yeah, there is an achievement for watching this for
"What do
sure.
you think I've been doing with them? Shoving them up my ass?"
Oh, no.
Thank you. No, but seriously, my
Oh,
father's
God.
so Jewish, he sent me a telegram. "Start worrying. Details to follow." Speaking of old men, there were two old British men sitting in their gentlemen's club sipping brandy and talking about their adventures.
Yeah, in the original
One
you
of them
got
says,
points
"I will
for
go
sitting
safari
through
in
all of
deepest,
this.
darkest
So if you
Africa,
want
and I
an
was having a spot of
100%,
tea when I heard some
we
rustling right
definitely need to
outside
do
my
this,
tent.
but
So I opened
it's
the flap, and this
painful.
enormous African tiger leapt
At
right
least it's
out
not
at me.
exactly the same humor as in the original,
I
but it's
crapped my
still equally
pants.
bad.
And his friend says to him, "Well, one can hardly blame you. I'd crap my pants too if I had a monstrous tiger leaping at me." And the first guy says, "No, not then, just now, when I went, ah!" Thank you. Speaking of which,
God.
I saw this woman changing her kid's diaper at the park the other day, and the diaper was just overflowing. Poop everywhere coming out the sides, the top. I said,
If we
"Sorry
had
for interfering,
if we
but
had a Rotten
couldn't you
Tomato,
have
we could
changed
show it
this
as a.
diaper days ago? Look at all that poop." She says, "Well, the box says these are good for up to 15 pounds."
Oh God.
Thank you. Chaz Recommando on the drums tonight. Show him the love. I'm taking a break, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back. Please give it up now for the fabulous Tracy Von Felcher.
Sometimes we give our hearts away too easily to any Johnny-come-lately with a pretty face and a good story.
Thanks for the dildos.
So I'm dedicating this song to a sly little guy I like to call
Patty. Yeah.
Equity Crowdfunding.
Is this also a crowdfunding based song? Oh, it's the same one.
Our flight of
We only heard the ending of the. We only heard the ending of it when we came in to hear just now.
Watching your numbers rise and rise up late, hoping to hear your latest update. But I've run out of love to donate. There aren't any tears left in my eyes.
Oh gosh! Oh, any tears left.
You're back and I hear you saying that
This is a pretty good song, though. I mean, the comedy was actually bad. This is good. It's just a bit cringe because it's a Kickstarter game and it's now a song about love with Kickstarter and crowdfunding related verbiage. Okay, this is where we started hearing it earlier. Do we have to keep sitting here for even more comedy is a question.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please give it up again for Tracy Von Felcher. I'm Jeff
Where's all the
Fitzfeld.
people? Yeah,
It's
you
an
always
honor
sit
to
here
be with
alone
all of you.
because
If I seem a little depressed tonight, it's because I just broke up with my wife.
nobody wants to hear
Seriously.
this.
And we'd only been married a couple of months.
Okay, there's,
She kept
so there's
staying
even
out
more
late,
comedy.
partying, coming on to other guys. I said to her, "That's it.
Dan
No more
asks, do you
partying out
appreciate
late with the
jazz? I
girls,
mean, for
no
real.
more flirting with
I
other
like
guys."
jazz. I like
She
jazz
says,
music.
"You sound like my ex-husband." I said, "I didn't know
but
you were married before." She says, "I wasn't."
I prefer it to be, you know, original, just like not
Anyway,
the
I sure miss my ex-wife.
the
I
most
guess I need better aim.
standard jazz.
But really, she wasn't cut out for marriage. During
It-
sex, she used
You've
to
heard
ask
that
me
so
to
many
whisper
times
dirty
already.
things in her ear.
There has
I'd
to be
whisper,
something original
"The living
about it,
room,
I feel.
the dining room, the kitchen."
But there's a lot of great jazz
Things would be
music
so
out there, I
much
think.
easier if I was just gay. Gay guys always seem to find true love in the end. Thank you. A gay guy fell in love with his proctologist and couldn't figure out a way to tell him he was interested. So he goes in for a consultation, and the proctologist is giving him the usual exam, and he says, "You know, there's something skinny and hard up there."
Shake my head.
Proctologist tugs and tugs, and finally, pop! He pulls out a dozen roses. He says, "Did you know you have a dozen roses up your butt?" And the guy says, "Read the card, read the card." Seriously, I kid everybody. You know,
Read the
70%
cards.
of gays were born that way. The rest got sucked into it.
Okay, that's
Thank
a
you.
horrible,
Chaz Recommando on the
horrible
skins, ladies
joke.
and gentlemen. But
And that's
yeah,
the kind of
sexuality
stuff
is
that
complicated, very mysterious. I remember when I was a little boy playing with a couple of my friends.
Paul
We found a
Trow
$5 bill, and I said, let's go to the movies. They said, for $5, we
contributed
can't all
to
get in.
this.
It's got to be something we can all
Also,
do.
Allo
One
has
of them
had a lot
says,
of
let's go to the amusement park. I said,
skeezy
for $5, that's not even
comedy
two
related
rides.
to
It's got to
sexuality
be
as
something
well.
we can all do. The last guy says, I know, let's buy a box of tampons.
Yeah,
We all look at him like,
that's
Why
the
would we
kind
buy
of
a box
problematic stuff in
tampons?"
this game.
He
That's
says, hey, it says right
controversial.
on the commercials, if you got tampons, you can go horseback riding and play tennis and go water skiing. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. It's easy to kid drunk people. Speaking of which, please don't forget to tip your waitresses, if you ever find any. I think there's a walkout. So yeah, drunk people. This drunk guy walks into a bar, and the bartender says, I'm sorry, sir, you're drunk. I'm not serving you tonight. The drunk says, that's fine. I see you've got a dartboard here. I'm just here to play a little darts. So he picks up the darts and 1, 2, 3, makes 3 bullseyes in a row. He says, I got 3 in a row. What do I win? And the bartender looks around for something to give him. And under the bar, in a shoebox, he's got a turtle that he found that he was going to give his son that night. And he thinks,
what the fuck?
What the hell? And he gives the turtle in the box to the drunk, who staggers out happy. A few months later, the drunk staggers in again, picks up 3 darts, and makes 3 bullseyes again. He says, I got 3 in a row again. What do I win this time? The bartender only vaguely remembers the whole thing and says, I don't know.
Is this Josh Mandel?
And the
It
drunk
could
says,
be.
Last time you gave me a roast beef on a hard roll. Ew, don't laugh at that. There was this
Roast
guy who
beef on
got
a
drunk
hard
so
roll,
much
God.
he lost his job at the butcher shop for putting his organ in the deli slicer. They said, what did you do that for? He said, hey, she came on to me. Hey, screw you, that was funny. That's got to do it for me for now. I'll be back. Thank you, Chaz Rockamundo on the drums, everybody. We've got Tracy Von Felcher coming
it
right
does
up.
kind of sound like Josh Mandel. It could definitely be Josh. Is another song now, please?
Sometimes we give our hearts away.
No, it's the
too
same.
easily
They only have one song.
To any Johnny come lately with a
But I want. I'm gonna stay here a bit longer because I need to see if there's more comedy.
dedicating this song to a
Unless you folks want me to leave, because I'm doing this for 100% in the achievement, but it's not really necessary, you know. The comedy is really bad, and you know, some stuff is just gross. Oh, hello there. Hey, Sentinel. Actually, while this song is going on, I'm gonna grab an Iron Brew and stuff. BRB in just a moment.
Hoping to hear your latest update, but I've run out of love to donate. There aren't any tears left in my eyes. I'm tracking, you're backing, I hear you saying that you adore me. I'm paying to stay in, but will you stretch your goals for me? Sweetheart, our love has made me a bit street smart. You give my motor such a kickstart. I pledge my heart and all I can to you.
Thank you. Tracy Von Felcher, everybody. Keep it going. All right, fine. You're giving me nothing here. I'm Jeff Schitzfeld, and it's a pleasure to be standing in front of one freaking customer and trying to get laughs.
Okay, we're back with
So let's
comedy
just
scenes.
pretend there's more of you out there than there really
Let's
are.
just
okay?
pretend there's more.
Seriously, the more people you
I
can
don't
be,
know
the
if
more
you're out
fun
there
you'll
in
have.
this one.
So let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of depressed lately. Mostly because all my routines start with me talking about how depressed I am. Then I'll ask how many of you have been to
Yeah,
McDonald's.
that's a good one.
Maybe get you to raise your hand. Then I'll mention the local sports team. That sometimes gets applause. And I'll make some snarky reference to a nearby town that everybody in this town likes to ridicule just so that I can get chummy with the townies. And occasionally I'll ask for a... Thank you. A rim shot, just to let you know you're supposed to laugh. Do I sound bitter? What, me? Anyway, you know, it's hard being on stage for a living. Actors and comedians are very insecure people. An actor comes home one night and the whole block has been cordoned off by
Yeah,
police.
it definitely
The
does sound
policeman
like Josh
says,
Mandel.
"Sorry, sir, we can't let you pass."
Though it doesn't
While
sound
you were
anything
out,
like
your agent
his
came
King
to your
Graham
house and
voice.
shot your family and burned your house to the ground. The actor's eyes get really wide and he says, "My
Yeah, I figure you
agent came to
looked it
my
up.
house?" Thank you. So that's why we're depressed all the time. It's because we're insecure, see? I'm also a little bummed because I loaned my friend Emo $20,000 for plastic surgery, and
I
now
wonder
I don't
if
know what he looks like.
Josh
Let's
regrets
see, I got insulted by my girlfriend the other day, the very first time we
voicing
slept
those
together.
jokes.
I was taking off my shoes and she saw my toes, which are all twisted and funny looking. I said the only
Oh,
thing
I
that came
forgot
into
to
my
show you
mind. I
folks.
said,
Before I
"Sorry,
cracked
when I was a kid,
the
I
can
had
Iron
polio."
Brew, just
Then I
cracked
took
it.
off my pants and she saw my knees, which are all knobby. And I said, "I'm sorry, when I was a kid, I had measles." Then I took off my pants.
Measles, oh
and
god.
she said, "Let me guess, smallpox?"
Smallpox.
Thank you. True story. So, how many
This is
people
way
we have
worse
here
than
from out of town?
Jerry
Don't
Seinfeld's
answer me. That was a
humor, in
rhetorical
my opinion.
question. I can tell you're out of town by the way you're dressed, sir. No offense to your leisure suit. You know
Oh.
brothels are legal in this state, right? Don't say anything. That was another rhetorical question. Of course you know brothels are legal. Everybody knows that. Speaking of hookers, this drunk guy thinks he's going into bordello, but he actually wanders into
What's
a
the deal with
podiatrist's
badly
office.
aging
And
humor?
he thinks the nurse is the hooker. She says to him,
Yeah.
"Okay, go around the screen and take off your pants and put it through." So he
Oh,
goes around the screen,
Seinfeld's.
takes off his pants, and puts
I
his
recently
family
started
jewels
watching
through
it
the screen.
for the first
The
time.
nurse
and
walks in and screams.
I
She
enjoyed
says,
some
"That's
bits
not
of
a
it.
foot." And he
There's-
says, "I didn't know there was a minimum."
Okay, we've heard every joke this
Well,
comedian
you've been a
knows.
trooper,
Achievement
but they're
unlocked.
giving me the
Is
lie.
that all there
Either
is?
that, or they're trying to set me on fire. So stay here. Tracy Von Felcher will be right out to ask the musical question, Tears of Joy. Chaz Rockamondo's been on drums. I've been Jeff Schitzfeld. Thank you, Lost Wages.
Yep, it sounds like we've heard all there is to this. And is it the same song again? Yep.
Sometimes we
Yep,
give
yep,
You
yep.
pull the seat out slightly and stand up. The whoopee cushion begins to slowly reinflate.
good story.
What if I sit down again?
So I'm dedicating this song to a
Darn it.
sly little
I'm the only one here to enjoy that.
I like to call
That's too far away.
I thought maybe it would give me another 50 points
You
because
pull
it
the
only
seat
gave
out
me 50
slightly and
points
stand up. The whoopee cushion
for
begins to
sitting on the whoopee
slowly
cushion.
reinflate.
quick start.
I wish I had a Rotten Tomatoes to throw at him. Yeah, I don't think we can do anything else here. At least not for now.
The diver holds her nose and points to your mouth.
Bad breath. The elevator. Can we take it?
You step into the elevator and look at the fine selection of floors.
So we're on the first floor, which is ground floor. Private and some.
This was painted by well-known Sicilian artist Joseph Parisi. It's entitled, "I just saw this outside my office window. Damn."
Damn.
This was painted by famed artist Dakin Moriarty, late in his second obsessed with butts phase.
Seinfeld has aged much better than most sitcoms such as Friends or Big Bang Theory. I agree. Well, particularly Big Bang Theory. Yeah. It's not very old at all, and it's aged very poorly. Pretty much outdated as soon as it came out, really. Friends, I think, still has enjoyable bits and episodes. There's still some good in Friends. But yeah, Seinfeld
This
has
was painted by famed
certainly
artist
aged
Heather
better than a
Hutchinson
lot of sitcoms.
during her "You're just jealous 'cause I've got these" phase. This was painted by Colin Merlo, a really lousy cubist.
Yeah, baby. Thanks for the subscription, Dan. You keep giving a lot of subscriptions lately, and I really appreciate that. But do know that you don't have to. Sentinel says, remember enjoying Big Bang, and now I can't understand why, lol. I would say the first 2 seasons of Big Bang Theory were watchable if you were a nerd or geek who was into that kind of humor. Just a lot of references to nerd culture, but it was in that back then it was still in a somewhat tasteful way. But after the second season, they just started appealing to everyone, to the lowest common denominator. The humor got super crude. Any real intelligent jokes or stuff that was just of any higher level at all in the first 2 seasons was just gone out of the window after that. And yeah, my dad watches a lot of Big Bang Theory, or at least during the past years when it was on TV, he watched it regularly. And I did see it then sometimes, and like there would be parts that I would get a laugh out of, but it was just such bad, crude nerd humor, but actually really appealing to the masses, laughing at nerds and weird people and such rather than with them. And I agree, fuck Sheldon. Let's put in a clearly autism spectrum character, then refuse labeling him so he can get away with it. Yeah, Sheldon is a very problematic character, for sure. And also just in later seasons, at the end, he was like, he was still like, oh, he's so weird, but it was nothing like the original Sheldon. And yeah, there's just, this show is problematic and got unentertaining. His jokes are super cringe, yeah. What are your thoughts on Eve and the apple in Leisure Suit Larry 1? So yeah, in the original, I don't know how it goes exactly, I don't know how this remake ends, but in the original Leisure Suit Larry 1, you first hook up with a hooker, prostitute, and then Larry, well, you have to wear a condom, otherwise he gets an STD and he dies. If you put on the condom and he survives, he's like, well, that was sex, but it was, I enjoyed it, but it didn't really satisfy me, it didn't give me what I wanted. So then he declares, I'm gonna look for true love. So yeah, then Larry meets a few other women, but none of them really satisfy him, or most just use him, really. But yeah, he doesn't find true love until he goes into the penthouse here at the top of this hotel and meets Eve, who's sitting there in a hot tub, and you can give her an apple and she'll eat it in a sensuous way, and just there's chemistry between Larry and Eve, and then she's the true love that he meets, and they get it on. And there's fireworks in the air. And yeah, I think Eve is... I personally find it a bit weird how she's not set up at all before you go into the penthouse. You kind of just go in there because you can, and because you've explored everything else, and it's just the last place you can go. And then you just happen upon her there. But it's, yeah, I don't know. Eve works. Eve is one of the classic women in the Larry series, the most classic woman in the Larry series, and yeah, they have a connection. That's clear. There's chemistry. It's Leash to Larry 2 just throws that right out the window because, well, Larry needs to go looking for love again. So she's clearly already she clearly forgot him after their encounter in 1, and he thought it was true love. It felt like true love for him, but it wasn't for her, apparently. So that's very sad. But just Leash Suit Larry 1 on itself, it's sweet how it goes between them. Kind of, it's weird. And then Leash Suit Larry 2, of course, just throws it away, and that's unfortunate. But yeah, Eve is one of the classic women of the Leash to Larry series, and she's a good character. I would say she's a good female character, like a love interest of Larry's. I would say better than a lot of other ones who are just either forgettable or they just don't really stand out that much. Yeah, people can like Bang Theory a lot. That's completely valid. Like, I admit I enjoyed the first 2 or 3 seasons. After that, it just became very meh and kind of betraying its roots to me. But that's my personal opinion. So to each their own. Like, it's if you just consider it as mindless humor, as most TV, most comedy sitcoms are, then it's fine. Yeah, but for me, it felt like the first 2 seasons had a bit more to them, and then that got thrown out of the window to just appeal to the masses, and I just found that unappealing and regrettable personally. But yeah, let's get back to this. So we're just looking at the floors here. Can we go into this place? Probably not. Knock knock.
There's no answer and the door is locked.
Private. I like where this is going.
Private. I like where this is going.
There's a hotel phone on the wall. You pick up the phone and then realize that you don't need to speak to the front desk, the hotel staff, or any of the guests. Hey, where is that front desk anyway?
Good question.
The door tastes a little bit briny. You look at the keyhole and realize that you just might be able to squeeze in there. But if someone should open the door suddenly, wouldn't you both be surprised?
Sentinel, are you talking about this decor or the Big Bang Theory's decor? Like, there's a lot of stuff in the Big Bang Theory that I like, a lot of references, a lot of nerd, geek, gaming culture, etc. A lot of, just a lot of stuff that I like, but just, I don't know. Like, I would say that in the first 2 seasons, I could identify with the characters as a nerdy, geeky, autistic, etc. person. I could kind of identify with them. Like, they were already kind of. I'm trying to think of the right word, not extreme, but kind of over the top, stereotypical characters, kind of nerdy, geeky, autistic. But then just got worse and worse, I felt, as the seasons went on. The game on I'm not a monster, lol.
I don't know why artists don't cut holes in these kinds of paintings.
Oh god.
By standing on the bench, you are able to do a little role-playing with the painting. The painting's too high for that, but man, your face is in just about the exact right place. You stand on the bench and hold on to the frame, and that's as much as we're telling you.
Oh god.
You lick the painting, leaving 3 little wet spots, 2 of which are on the painting. Oh, Larry.
Oh my god! They smell exactly like breasts, with acrylic paint all over them.
It's amazing how genetically similar to a dog you really are.
Oh, wow! That smells
That's
totally
amazing, I
real.
know, right?
I just love fine art.
Oh god, let's just go to another floor. What's there to see here? Some doors.
Come back in an hour.
An hour? He'll be done in 3 minutes.
Come back in an hour.
An hour? He'll be done in 3 minutes.
Let's repeat.
Don't get it. I'm so close.
Don't get it, I'm so close. Okay.
Don't get it. I'm so close.
That better be the cameraman. I got places to be.
I guess they're shooting porn in here. They're just having sex. They're doing I don't know what. They're shooting porn. 3 minutes and a half, 1 hour.
Keep your
Of
voice
course.
down, Sarah. Nobody will know we're here.
And they're doing who knows what. Okay. More doors. Oh, this one has hearts on it. That's interesting.
Quick! Flush it! Flush it! Here, take this too.
Guess they're doing drugs?
Richard, I'm so sorry. I dropped the gerbil.
Get it out! Get it out!
That's a gerbil up the ass joke. What are you rexing? Oh god, at Neverclink. Is it at the gerbil? They're here.
There's no answer, Larry. Apparently the honeymoon suite is vacant right now.
Right now, but we might go in there later. Richard Gere.
Oh God, Ed! Get in the closet. It's my husband.
How does she know?
Oh God, Ed, get in the closet. It's my wife.
They're both doing an ad. That's a good joke.
Come back later! Look, I've been waiting for an hour and that thing's not getting any harder.
Great. I just dropped the handcuff key somewhere.
Well. A lot of doors.
I feel so safe doing it with a real live detective.
I don't know what that is referencing.
If you're dropping off the basket and the straps, just leave them outside. Thank
Basket
you.
and the straps.
I'm going to make you scream over and over. First by taking you like you've never been taken before.
I feel like that was referencing something very specific, but I don't know what.
Eat these, darling. I can't get them both in my mouth at once.
Ignore it, Allison. Just tell me more about that one time at the band camp.
Okay, so that's an American Pie reference.
Hey, Scott, the girls are here.
No, they're not. Not everyone in this hotel is having sex. Sheesh. Barely in this hotel they all are.
Oh, Howard! Oh, Terry!
Oh, Carrie!
What?
No, no, no. Don't get up, you magnificent stallion. Stay.
Oh. Did I just get points for knocking on all the doors? I think so, because I don't think... Yeah,
Whoa,
this one is...
fancy
Yeah.
schmancy.
This is
must
similar
be the
to
entrance for the
when
high roller suites. And
we
who's
should layer
that
one as
behind
well.
the counter? Does
By the
she come
floor
here
with
often? Can she date hotel
security.
residents? What if they're only pretending to stay here?
I'm so sorry, but your breath. I think I'm going to asphyxiate.
Unsurprisingly, the painting smells like dusty, dried oil paint. You can practically smell her hot breath.
What is that?
Falafel.
Sadly, but not unexpectedly, the painting smells like paint.
Let me save here. Casino Hotel, floor 8. What if we try to go... What if we try to use this elevator?
You don't have authorization to go in there.
Yeah.
I believe I do.
I believe you don't.
Well, I believe I do.
Well, I believe you don't.
Well, I respect your belief system, but you have to respect mine as well.
I'm not paid to respect your belief system. I'm paid to respect the belief system of the current owner of that penthouse. And so far, that owner has not authorized you to enter, sweetie.
She called me sweetie. Ah, I think I'm in love.
Dan says, I think we need some sound alerts on this channel. Yeah. Might have to look at setting that up.
I'm a guest.
I haven't been notified of any guests.
That's me. I'm one of those unannounced guests.
Should I call up and find out?
No, that's okay. I was just putting my hand on stuff.
No pressing my buttons.
Just once?
I don't think so. No, you don't.
Why not?
I'm not even allowed to discuss it with you. Drop it.
You have spunk. I love
Drop
spunk.
it?
Me too.
She said to drop it.
You start to coax little Larry out of his hidey hole right in front of the guard.
Whoa. What were you hoping to do with that?
Nothing. I was hoping you would do something with it.
I can shoot it off.
She taps her gun just so you
I
don't
can shoot it off.
misunderstand her.
Okay, back in your hidey hole, little Larry. Oh, he went back in by himself. Good boy.
Oh, God.
A security guard with an amazing pair of guns is stationed by the desk. You cleverly make eye contact with Faith before talking to
Faith,
her.
yeah, that's her name, right? I actually wanted to do something more in this field before.
I'm so sorry, but your breath. I think I'm going to asphyxiate.
Yeah.
Hands
What
off.
if we-
I can't allow you to touch my weapons. Hands off.
She smells like leather and authority.
I love leather and authority.
So yeah, she's one of the women you can interact with in a more datey or flirty way, and then something happens. Yeah, so...
You cleverly make eye contact.
Oh my.
What caliber are those?
Highest caliber. Thanks for asking.
Stern but soft, wary yet inviting. A classic beauty in the usually wouldn't give you the time of day.
Anything in the
mold.
plants?
Her chestnut hair falls loosely about her shoulders, hinting that she has a more easygoing side than her manner suggests. Her gaze is sultry and hypnotic. It could pick you up by the nads, whirl you around the room, and throw you out the door. Slender but strong, her arms look capable of subduing you utterly.
And loving it.
What if we do the zipper here?
Did I give you permission to do that?
No. Isn't it better to just do it and ask for forgiveness later?
No, it's
I'm
not,
armed.
Larry.
Good point. Never mind.
Things between you are still rather formal. You're not quite ready to take the plunge.
Bob's. Bob's your uncle.
Her scent evokes an atmosphere of sexy danger. It reminds you of those sweaty, overheated nights at Lookout Point, in the back seat of your father's car, trying to convince
The
someone
eyeball
to come
Bobs.
on in
Yeah,
and
did
make
it.
it a twosome.
What caliber are those?
Highest caliber. Thanks for asking.
They're the highest caliber. What
Look
if we try
out, those
touch
things are loaded. Whoa, face play is a 5th or 6th date kind of thing. Whoa. Stern, but her scent trying to convince. Judging by your body's reaction, her face must reek of dopamine.
Hey, baby. I'm Larry. Larry Laffer?
Good
touching
evening,
her
sir.
hair. Oh yeah, I didn't try that. Make her. So you actually have dialogue options here. I'll make her feel appreciated for her service, or time to leave her wanting more.
Hubba, hubba, hubba. Look at the guns on this
Oh
mom.
God.
Charmin.
Baby, I'd like to make your day.
Now there's a fresh new approach.
It must be very boring up here all by yourself.
It is, actually. And it's surprising how tiring it is to stand up here and do nothing all day.
How you must long for male companionship.
What are you, a psychologist? You're very good.
Well, I'm not, board certified. Yeah, that's it. I'm not board certified.
Wow, good save, Larry.
You know, I think the brave men and women who keep our country safe deserve more than we can ever repay.
I guard the penthouses for a couple of filthy rich people who don't even have enemies. It's not quite the same thing.
I know! It's horrible! I mean, it's great! It's very important work. Which is it? I'm not sure what you were getting at.
You're funny, Larry. I just wish this job didn't take so much out of me. It leaves me with so little energy and desire. You know what I mean?
So
Yes.
she needs
I
more
mean,
energy
as a
and
professional,
desire.
I've seen a lot of that. So, sweetheart, what's your sign?
Libra. But I'm really on the cusp between Libra and Scorpio. And that's okay because Jupiter is in Sagittarius in my 5th house. So I tend to be less judgmental than you think. Like if my rising sign was Leo or something. Now, the moon is in Gemini in my 2nd house, so I
Mommy, make it stop.
am not getting along very well with my parents, who are both Taurus.
Aww.
Am I boring you? You look a little glazed.
No. I'm just in awe of the depths of your astrological know-how.
Thank you. You're a wonderful listener.
Thanks. All I really had to do was stand here. So, you got a name or something?
Faith.
Oh, God.
So, Faith, baby, when do you get off?
Usually when I'm with someone romantic.
when do you get off?
Say, Faith, I'm only in town for this one night. How about we get together when you get off duty?
You're sweet, Larry, but I don't think I could ever be unfaithful to my
What?
boyfriend.
Larry, it seems this one's going to require outside assistance.
Faith? What a gorgeous name!
Thank you. I've always tried to live up to it.
Is that a good sign, or isn't it?
Don't just sit here all night doing nothing, baby. Why don't you come with me?
Maybe. But right now, I'm working.
You're a man of the world, Larry. Perhaps some sort of medical stimulant would help.
Maybe some
I'll be back,
sort
baby.
of medical
Don't go anywhere
stimulant.
without me.
I'm on duty
Will
all night.
help.
See you later.
So yeah, very much need some Spanish fly for her. The question is where we'll be able to find that in this room.
I'm so sorry, but your breath. I think I'm going to asphyxiate.
Yeah, so can't do any more here right now. Although,
You're already on that floor, Larry. Care to play?
Neverclink asked if there's anything in the plants.
You touch the plant's smooth, slightly glossy leaves.
Hey, I think it just cringed a little.
Quit fondling the fronds.
Yeah, no, there's nothing here. We would see in the graphics as if there was.
Jeez,
We got
it's good to be back on solid ground.
we got the Club 69 membership card here from the ashtray. It says kind of looks more like a bin to me. Still alive, yeah. I'm still going. Not for super long anymore, but we're still going. So yeah, done everything I could here in the casino for now. That took quite a while. Oh, this guy again.
Apples! Apples!
I guess he
Apples
shows
for
up on all
sale.
the screens.
Get your fresh apples here, only $1.
Just
I
so
already
you know,
bought it.
it smells like something died in
Yeah,
your
everyone
mouth.
keeps commenting on my breaths. We could probably walk over to the wedding chapel here. We're out of the
Hey, son,
ads.
would you mind passing gas or something just to cover up your breath?
Yeah, this guy.
Now you know what they mean when they say, 2 heads are better than 1. Keep your hands to yourself, Larry. This isn't supposed to be an interactive display.
What you doing?
Just hanging out. Quit sniffing at me, you prevert.
Prevert? What?
I'll see yours, and I'll raise you both of mine.
I guess that's all we can do with him. Stop showing himself when we're not. So yeah, there's a wedding chapel here, but we can't really do anything with it.
Papers, cans, and even the occasional syringe
At this point,
give the curb a warm, welcoming
I
feel.
wonder if you can go in there. I need to check. Oh, that's points for that, I guess.
You don't need any of that litter, at least not now.
Your mouth tastes like a dirty gym sock, or the original said it, yeah, pretty much.
The flashers stand at the ready, waiting for their next victim. Caesar's foul. It makes.
Yeah.
It's a small chapel with a tasteful little sign. It's a small chapel with. This way to a night of connubial bliss and a morning of regret and paperwork.
I tried licking, but
Quit sniffing at me, you prevert.
yeah.
It's a small chapel. The chapel's exterior is intentionally shellacked with the scents of buffalo wings and french fries to attract drunk couples. You sacrilegious bastard.
Can we go in? Okay, we can.
The chapel is cool and
placid.
placid.
Video
inside.
slots in here.
The lilting classical music and softly
So
flickering
classy.
candles give the room an air of serene, peaceful redundancy. In fact, it absolutely stinks of tranquility in here.
It stinks of tranquility, eh?
Oh, it smells like artificial rose petals.
Yeah, we don't need
It's
to
a
go in here. I
video
just
slot
wanted to
machine.
check it out.
Have they no shame? The pews are cordoned off with decorative ribbons. This is to prevent anyone from actually using the pews, which might then require that they be cleaned or otherwise tended to.
The light and hearts look like PP. Yeah,
Those
I
new
think that's the whole point.
PFLs, penile fluorescent lights, get
Penile
very bright
fluorescent
and
lights.
generate a
Now
lot
that's
of
quite
heat,
on the nose.
but they burn out quickly. A holy glow emanates from the beautiful stained acrylic windows. It's a durable quasi-lectern from Stern Lecterns. Remember, when you want to deliver a lecture at a lectern, make it a Stern lecture.
A stern lecture. Okay, yeah, that's all we can really do here for now. So yeah, let's call the cat tax.
Just so
Yeah,
you
we
know.
don't care. I already bought an apple.
What the hell have you been eating? Rotten corpse
Everyone
with
comments
40
on the
cloves
breath.
of garlic? Hey, bud, where we going?
Let's go to the convenience store. Always low overhang, always. I don't get why they show these road signs.
Lucky
Can you unzip to
21,
the
pal.
open mouth
Fork
on
it
floor
over.
6? Was there an open mouth on floor 6? I don't remember seeing it. We need to give them money for the ride.
Thanks, kid.
Kid, we're 38.
That road is for the use of horseless carriages.
Convenience store you buy the extra large condom from? Well, we buy a condom from. I don't. Top floor, whatever. Open mouth on the top floor? Might have missed that. Can I reload it?
I'm so sorry, but your breath.
Do you mean this mouth? We did try using the...
Hold still, baby.
Get
no,
away
we
from
didn't.
there.
I thought we did.
Hang on, baby. Here I come.
What are you doing to that painting?
Oh, it's a painting. Silly me. Never mind then. I'll see you later.
Oh, God.
You give the painting a little vitamin Larry.
I'm sure that'll clean up with a damp cloth.
No. No. So yeah, we're at the convenience store where in the original you buy, I think boxed wine for the hobo, and the condom. I think that's all you buy at the convenience store in the original. You also use a payphone. Wait, you use a payphone to order wine, I think. Yeah, you don't buy boxed wine from the convenience store itself. No! 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 I was too late to move away. Stupid
You're
dog.
proving to be one of Bear's favorites.
Yeah, it's already paid on me 3 times. It's a 50k points for completion. Yeah, it's completion.
Come and Go is just the latest name for this depressed corner store. It used to be the Snatch and Run, and before that it was Eaten Out. The criminals in town fondly refer to it as the Smash and Grab.
Smash and Grab.
This window has seen 'em come and seen 'em go.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna go in the convenience store, look around there, do what we can, and then going to end it off for today. So yeah, let's go inside, see what's going on in the Come and Go.
Welcome to the Come and Go. Next time, please don't come in stinking of dog urine. Never in my life do I hope to smell anything again as vile as your present exhalations.
He's commenting on both the dog piss and our breath. Yeah, you get the condom here. Yeah, it very much did sound like Apu. I don't know if it's the same voice actor. Probably not, but it sounded very similar. Peter Parker condom sold here.
Look, it's your favorite brand of breath spray, along with other exciting trial-sized
I guess
hygiene
you buy
products.
more breath spray here if you run out, because you only have a limited number of uses of the breath spray in this one. 8 sprays left. Minty fresh.
Look at the great articles in this issue of Biggins. Here's one
Crazy
about how to break
Pac-Man.
into the windows of apartment
Duh.
buildings.
Slime.
Here's another about how to make your own perfume. This could be a valuable issue.
Bouncy ball, I think it says. Bouncy ball, something like bouncing ball. Poople, people, I think that's the People magazine. Assmaster.
Something
Angry
about this arcade
Broads.
game just rubs you the wrong way.
Slots. Can we use it? What is my favorite horror game? Ooh, my favorite horror game. Oh, that's a rough question. My favorite horror game. That's not where my headspace is at right now, so I don't need a moment to think about it. I like Clock Tower a lot on the PS1. That's a really interesting game with Scissor no, not Scissor Hands, Scissor Man. Horror games are... I do play a horror game once in a while, but it's not really the genre that I play very regularly. I was thinking Alone in Dark, the original, is interesting. That's a classic game, just... it's not easy. It's, you know, old school difficulty, but it's a good one. Resident Evil, I like 2 and 3. I like Resident Evil 2 and 3. I've never really gotten into the rest of the series. Although Resident Evil 7 looks very good, and the recent Resident Evil, not Village, but the other recent one that came out last year or so, forgetting the name of it, but that one looks very interesting. But yeah, Resident Evil 1 I never really got into. I don't know, just something about it doesn't work for me. But 2 and 3 are pretty good. Yeah, can't immediately think of other. I mean, I know I like a lot of other horror games, but I can't immediately think of it. I'm not in the right headspace for it.
You can't do anything with this machine. It seems to be stuck in permanent demo mode.
Okay then.
It smells like another Kickstarter to me. The machine is already out of order. You'll only make it worse.
Well, And there's a slot machine as well.
Wow, even the Come and Go has its
We didn't
own
use a slot machine
machine.
at the casino, so let's just use it. Let's just see what it's about. Let's just try. Oh, I won apparently. Did I just get to the same amount that I already... It doesn't look like I actually gained anything from it. Just my starting... my bets. Okay.
Fast food prices are posted here. None of what's listed interests you right now. Although you might come back someday and try the all-you-can-survive poutine bowl.
I want to try poutine someday. If I had been able to go on the cruise this year, I would have had poutine in the Montreal airport on the way to the cruise, and maybe back from it as well if I was able to. But yeah, sadly it didn't happen. So hopefully, when I can go next year. There's some boxed wine here.
Here's a tip. You can always tell a fine wine by the picture on the box. If it shows wet grapes, it's the good stuff. Hardy Steen wine. I don't like it as much as Napa Valley Outhouse, but it is ebullient and syrupy.
Yeah, baby.
They just grab it and put it away. What if we don't pay for it now? It's Harvey Steen wine, the wino's choice. It's the greatest and only boxed wine available at the Come and Go. Let's see what happens if we... Stealing boxed wine? What if we try to steal it? No, that joke has aged horribly. Yeah, I think it's a Harvey Weinstein.
Just a minute, Mr.
Weinstein
Shoplifter.
joke.
Come over here right this moment.
Yeah, we got caught. Well, yeah, I thought it was a Harvey Weinstein joke, but I didn't immediately get it because
you've
wine.
always said that shoplifters
Yeah, that's a big
deserve to
oof.
be put out of their misery.
That's that might have been funny in 2012 or 2013, but not in 2022. So yeah, we gotta pay for that, of course.
This display is filled with beef jerky, beef logs, beef nuggets, beef chips, beef butt plugs, beef magic markers, and
Beef
beef-flavored
butt
2-hour
plugs.
energy drink.
They say someday there'll be 3-hour energy drinks, or even 4.
Impressive.
Beef snacks turn you into an animal, Larry.
He's an animal.
This area has a coffee pot, cups, stirrers, and other paraphernalia of the caffeine junkie. Besides an assortment of dairy products and snacks, the refrigerator case has many brand-name sodas, including Pepsi Minus, Boffs, and
Barfs.
Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist. So there's a soda in the US called Sierra Mist. Mist. And this is Sierra Mist.
12 security
Which,
cameras.
where's double?
This place
because
must
you know
be
Sierra.
really safe.
12?
Works
We
two
had
ways.
14 yesterday.
I got 2 cameras stolen. And
Holy cow! They have Boxo stuff! It's stuffing mix and breakfast cereal all in one.
The commercial says it's part of a balanced illness.
part of a balanced illness. I was hoping to find some batteries here, but I'm not seeing any batteries.
The rack contains a selection of popular candies, such as Wertner's highly questionable lentil toffee, Crunch and Scream
Toffee.
dental chew,
Oh, no.
Carnage Patch Kids, and Lick-O-Maid inappropriately named dipping candy. They have all the most popular cigarette brands here, like Unlucky Stroke, Pallbearer, and Lab Rat's favorite. The ground animal tubes sweat profusely as they spin in their graves.
I like my beer like I like my women. Cheap, cold, and bitter.
It's Cano Chum, the meat and vegetable paste with 1,001 uses. Extruded at high speed for extra flavor. The shelves below are stocked with a variety of other canned household staples, such as crushed and heartbroken tomatoes, emasculated milk,
Emasculated
and heavy
milk?
syrup with peach bitlets. This floor mat is especially designed to absorb dirt, water, coffee, creamer, cheese-flavored mucilage, slushy syrup, and
Cheese-flavored mucilage. Now that is a Lucid Larry 7
They
reference.
carry condoms here, but they must be kept behind the counter. The Come and Go's checkout system automatically adds a 15% restocking charge to all purchases.
15% restocking charge.
We do have to stock a new one.
He's a clerk at a convenience store, and he has the scars to prove it.
I wanted to look at this.
He's a clerk at
but I
a
can't
battered microwave sits on the counter, and we do mean battered. This thing has heated up so many corn dogs, the inside is permanently cemented with a coating of batter.
That's a good one.
He's a clerk at... This is the Come and Go, where value came and went.
Okay. What is this?
This area has...
No, it's just...
There are all kinds of salty snacks and dips in this display, like Mr. Crunchy's salt and sodium pretzel crumbs, Peckeridge Farm's flavor-deprived goldfinches, and something called spicy brown poupon.
Spicy brown poupon. Okay, well, we've looked at everything, and we grabbed a boxed wine. Let's pay for the boxed wine first. $20. That's a lot of money for a boxed wine.
There is no loitering.
Well, I still want to buy some condoms. Buying condoms. Well, buying condom. Not necessarily multiple, I think. What if he...
You inhale the clerk's aroma. He smells of exotic herbs from faraway lands and underachieving deodorant.
And what if we do
Your
this?
meat is not halal.
Oh god.
I am not for sale, but thank you for browsing. We are open 24 hours for all your unsavory needs.
Do I just
You can't have a conversation with...
Let us be discreet about this. I understand
Okay, like
you are
this.
interested in our birth control devices.
Yes, I'd like one of your finest prophylaxatives.
We have all
Now that
manner
sure
of lovers
isn't...
for your stooping pleasure.
That
What
sure
sort of
wasn't
lover are you
suspicious
preferring?
at all. Stopping. Number one America's Lubber. Peter Parker Lubbers. 3 Lubbers. Extra medium? Discontinued item. Reduced price. Park your Peter in a parka. Made in Mexico and China. Latex, sheepskin, steel belted radial, aluminum foil. I like steel belted radial.
What length would you like?
Standard small, extra small, jumbo small, Vienna sausage. Well, let's say Vienna
What
sausage.
girth are you requiring?
Girth. Spaghettini, banana, African banana, California redwood.
What texture would you like?
Ripped, dimpled, pockmarked, Sharpay. Let's say dimpled.
What faux finish would you like?
Wood grain, brushed aluminum, snakeskin or semi-gloss. For any fan of LGR, Lazy Game Reviews, you have to go for that wood grain finish. You just have to. 70s
What
classic
excess
style.
capacity do you require?
Excess capacity. Eyedropper, loving spoonful, Cincinnati Firehorse, or Old Faithful. Let's say Cincinnati Firehorse.
What sort of lubrication would you like?
Spermicidal, fungicidal, caffeinated, or extra picante. I think normally it comes with a spermicidal. Prophylaxative. Yeah.
What sort of scent would you like?
Musk, Pine Fresh, Old Library, or Chicken Vesuvio. This is the best scent of.
Certainly, sir. There you go.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody! This perv just bought a steel-belted radial, Vienna sausage, California redwood girth, dimpled, wood grain, Cincinnati fire hose capacity, extra picante, chicken Vesuvio scented lubber. What a pervert!
Yeah. That's the same joke as in the original, of course, but not quite. It didn't leave the same feeling as in the original. They popped up and went away too fast, and yeah, I don't know, it didn't hit the same way. And the same way, the first one, it makes you feel really embarrassed here. It's just like, cheap joke. Yeah, so no batteries.
Wait
so...
just a minute, Mr. Shoplifter.
Oh, I had to pay for that one as well. God damn it! I thought I already had paid it for it.
My aim is improving. Yay for me!
Larry, you've always said that shoplifters deserve to be put out of their misery.
Yeah, let's try it again.
How are you enjoying your lubber, sir?
I'm not. Yet.
Well, do not fail to wear it if you happen to commingle with one of the local working girls. They are highly contagious.
Thank you.
You're welcome. An undiseased customer is a repeat customer, although we have many repeat diseased customers as well.
$15 for a box of 3 lubbers, I guess.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Okay,
now
so
please leave. There is no loitering.
Achievement unlocked, Lubber Band. Rubber band. Well, that wasn't the least bit embarrassing. Ordered for buying a condom at the Come and Go store. Okay, so that's all we had to do here for now. We don't have a phone number yet, so we can't really use a phone yet. We can walk to the club this way. I still don't know where to find a battery, so...
I could be that big and muscle-bound if I wanted to.
I'm just gonna go into the club and
now
see how far we can get before I feel like I need to
gigantic vinyl album.
Finish things off.
Yeah, the ultimate in high-fidelity sound reproduction.
What if I...
Put that thing away before I kick it into your throat.
Easy, big guy.
Doesn't kill us yet.
See?
What if I do it again?
Easy.
Just says the same thing.
You sniff the bouncer.
It's like a breath of fresh testosterone.
It's getting dark over here.
You picking a fight with me?
No, just wondering how you get your muscles that way.
Rub 'em with crushed joggers twice a day.
This club looks like a really swinging place. How's about letting me in?
Show me your pass.
I'm not sure I have one.
Nobody gets in without a pass. Those are the rules. Move along. Don't make me tell you again. Thank you for leaving.
Don't make me tell you again, he says. So what if we
Why
make
don't you
him
give me
tell
a
us
break
again?
and let me in?
If you don't either show me a pass or get out of here, I'm gonna give you a break.
Why don't you give me a break and let me in?
If you don't either...
What if we try to walk past him? No, he does that.
Pass,
Okay.
please.
Well, we do have it, so let's just show it. So
The
we can get
bouncer takes the pass and scrutinizes it as closely as his overhanging brow will let him.
You're Rabbi Cornswig?
Of course.
Okay.
Rabbi Cornswick.
Welcome to Club 69.
Thank you. Shalom.
Thank you, Shalom.
Right this way.
Woohoo! We got in.
The music in here is loud enough to
Oh,
kill the
someone
herpes.
said earlier,
The
does
crowd
this
in
game
back is an
contain
impenetrable
champagne
mass of
bottle?
throbbing
I don't know if we can pick any
but
of
the
these
vibe
up,
front
but there
is
are
casual
champagne
and
bottles.
inviting.
Kill the herpes.
Hey, leave those alone. I'm